my dear students, and namaste to all the viewers who are watching this video. As you all know, I was teaching a derivative for class 12. I had completed log function. This question I have taken from Suranjan sir, as I have already mentioned before. This is page number 226. So last class, I was explaining how to differentiate log functions. Now, till question number 4, we had already completed. I hope we have tried the remaining questions also. So moving on to question number 5. Okay, before I start solving question number 5, let me make one thing clear. Now, whenever we are differentiating, the only thing you need to keep in mind is, number 1, I've already mentioned, I am emphasizing again, you have to use property. And when I say property, what do I mean? Whenever there is a constant in a function, the constant comes in front. That is property number 1. Whenever there is a product rule, u into v, you are going to use product rule. Whenever there is a division sign, you are going to use quotient rule. And once you have used that, then when you are about to apply the formula, the function is either standard or composite. Is that clear? Standard means you can apply the formula directly. Composite means we need to use assumption. So based on this concept only, so let me explain the how you are going to differentiate an implicit function. Before, implicit means, like I've already explained explicit. What was an explicit function? A function of the form y equal to fx. Y equal to fx. That means on the left you got y and on the right you got x. So y is your dependent and x is your independent variable. Now, implicit means both the variables x and y will be together. So this is the meaning of implicit function. So let us solve questions on implicit function. So I have taken the first question, question number 5, subdivision 1. I'll write down the question. So question number 5, subdivision 1. I guess I'm going to use black pen only. I think it will be more visible. So 5 subdivision 1. Look at the question. It's x square plus y square equal to a square. Now look at this. This is an equation in which x and y are together. So that is why it is called an implicit function. So how do you differentiate? When you read the question, it says find dy by dx. So how do you differentiate this? So the first thing you are going to write is differentiating with respect to x. So what's the differentiation of x square? I've already explained this many times. The constant term comes in front. So you get 2 x, 2 minus 1 is 1, plus differentiation of y square. Again, whenever the power is a constant, the base has to be x. So what do? We assume this part as x. So when we assume this part as x, what is going to happen to 2? 2 comes in front, so you get 2y, but this is just an assumption, so dy by dx. And a is a constant, so differentiation of a square is also 0. So most of the students tend to get confused with this. Now see, differentiation of 2, you know it's a constant 0. So differentiation of 2 square. What is 2 square? Isn't 2 square 4? So differentiation of 4 is also 0. That's why differentiation of a square is 0. So get the value of dy by dx. So you get 2y dy by dx equal to plus 2x comes in and becomes minus 2x. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. So what is the value of dy by dx? It is minus x by y. So this is how you differentiate an implicit function. So as you can see, let me summarize once again. So implicit function means x and y, both the variables will be together. And whenever you are differentiating, keep in mind, whenever you are differentiating a term containing y, you need to write down dy by dx, because we have to assume y as x. Okay, so this is the first question. So let us do question number 5 subdivision 3. Question number 5 subdivision 3. The question is x cube plus 3x square y plus y cube equal to a cube. So as you can see, x and y are together, so this is an implicit function. So let us differentiate. What is the next step which you are going to write? Differentiating with respect to x. Now can you tell me what's the differentiation of x cube? 3 is a constant, so 3 comes in front. 3x 3 minus 1 is 2. This is the formula. Now look at this. There's a slight problem with the second term, because you can clearly see there are two terms and there's a multiplication sign between them. So you are going to use product rule out here, u into v. So please tell me what is product rule. 3 is a constant, comes out. So product rule says u d by dx of v plus v d by dx of u plus, again, what's the differentiation of y cube? Now first of all tell me, is this standard or composite? Now just see, okay, if the power is a constant, the base has to be x. Everyone knows that. Is the base x? No. So we differentiate. So what do? We assume this part as x. So when you assume this as x, what is going to happen to 3? 3 comes in front. 3y, because you know the formula. The formula is d by dx of x to the power n is n comes in front and you subtract 1 from the power. So 3 comes in front and you subtract 1, but this is just an assumption. That's why dy by dx equal to, again I've already told you, differentiation of a cube is 0. Once again, differentiation of 2 is 0, so 2 cube is 8. So 8, differentiation of 8 is also 0. Now let me simplify this further. I can clearly divide everything by 3. So when I divide everything by 3, what do you get? X square plus x square as it is. What's the differentiation of y? It is dy by dx plus y. What's the differentiation of x square? It is 2x plus 3 gets divided. So you get y square dy by dx equal to 0. Now as you can see, there are two dy by dx. The first is x square dy by dx and the second is y square dy by dx. Now keep this on one side and take the remaining to the left. So when you do that, what do you get? X square dy by dx plus y square dy by dx equal to positive x square goes that side becomes negative, and positive 2xy goes that side becomes negative 2xy. So what is common out here? Dy by dx. So if I take dy by dx common, what do I get? X square plus y square equal to minus common x square plus 2xy. Next, I need to get the value of dy by dx, the differential coefficient. So equal to minus x square plus 2xy divided by x square plus y square. So this is your answer. So with the two questions which I have already solved, I hope till now you have understood what you need to do. Number one, you have to see where you have to use property, and number two, you have to see whether the function is standard or composite. So as you can see, the formulas are same for all. It's just that whenever I am differentiating y, I am writing dy by dx. Why? Because we are differentiating the function with respect to x. So this is the solution to question number 5, subdivision 3. You can just pause your video for a second and take the screenshot so that it will be easy for you to copy. Okay, now look at question number 5, subdivision 8. Yeah, 8. Question number 5, subdivision 8. The question is x to the power 3, y to the power 4 equal to x plus y whole to the power 7. Now, I need to differentiate this. I need to differentiate this. As you can see, x and y are together. So, before I start differentiating this, you look at the question and tell me, why is this question looking difficult? Because of two reasons. Number one, you can see a multiplication sign, and number two, there is power. So, in order to remove the multiplication sign, product rule and the power, the only option we have is log. We are going to use log. When we use log, the expression becomes simple. So, just see. Applying log on both sides. Applying log on both sides. So when you apply log on both sides, what do you get? Log x cube dot y to the power 4 equal to log x plus y whole to the power 7. Next, don't you see a multiplication sign out here? So can you tell me what is log AB? Log AB is nothing but log A plus log B. This is what I wanted to do. I did not want to use multiplication product rule. That's why I applied log on both sides so that the expression becomes simple. So log AB will be log A plus log B equal to log x plus y whole to the power 7. Now, the expression is becoming simple. Now, the next thing I need to remove is the power. So, what is going to happen to the power? You know, log a to the power x equal to x dot log a. The power comes in front. So, 3, which you can see, will come in front. So, you get 3 log x. Again 4 comes in front, 4 log y equal to 7 log x plus y. Now look at the expression, look at these two expressions. This is much easier and easy to differentiate also. So now let us begin. Once you have made the expression simple, let us differentiate with respect to x. So what do you get? 3 is a constant. You know differentiation of log x, what is it? 1 by x, standard function, so no assumption required. 4 is a constant, comes out. Log should always be with what? X. But what do you see out here? Y. So we assume this part as x. So what is the differential of log x? It is 1 by x because this is y. But this is just an assumption. So dy by dx. Do the same thing. 7. Again, log should always be with what? X. But this is x plus y. So we assume this part also as x. So what do you get? If I take this part as x, log x plus y becomes 1 by x plus y, but this is just an assumption. So d by dx of x plus y. So you are left with 3 by x plus 4 by y dy by dx equal to 7 divided by x plus y. Can you help me? What's the differentiation of x? X is 1 plus differentiation of y is dy by dx. Now when you open the bracket, what is it that you are going to get? 3 by x plus 4 by y dy by dx equal to 7 divided by x plus y plus 7 into 7 divided by x plus y into dy by dx. So I've just opened the bracket. Now the next thing which we are going to do is we are going to bring dy by dx on the left hand side. So 4 by y dy by dx, positive comes this side and becomes negative, minus 7 divided by x plus y dy by dx equal to 7 divided by x plus y minus 3 by x. Next, what is common between these two? So dy by dx is common. Dy by dx is common. So when you take dy by dx, what is left? 4 divided by y minus 7 divided by x plus y equal to, let me find out the LCM out here. The LCM is x plus y into x. So x plus y is already there. What is not there? X. So you multiply the numerator with x. Minus 3 is already there. What is not there? X is there, so x plus y. 3 open bracket x plus y. Simplify. Do the same thing for the left hand side. LCM is y, x plus y. So 4 x plus y minus 7y equal to, what do you get? 7x minus 3x minus 3y. Divide the whole thing by x plus y into x. So as you can see, x plus y and x plus y gets cancelled. Now the final part, dy by dx, I'll skip one step, so as you please look at it carefully. So what do I get out here? 4 into x is 4x, 4 into y is 4y, 4y minus 7y. So you are left with what? 4x minus 3y. because 4y minus 7y is 3y. Divide the whole thing by y equal to 7x minus 3x is 4x minus 3y divided by x. So 4x minus 3y and 4x minus 3y gets cancelled. So your value is dy by dx equal to y by x. So this is your answer. So dy by dx equal to y by x. So this was question number 5, subdivision 8. So I hope the solution is clear. Now what I want you all to do is, there is a similar ISC question which had come. Instead of 3 and 4, they have given constants, not particular, like x to the power m. I'll just write down the question, you try this. It's going to be exactly the same, but keep in mind m and n are constants. X to the power m dot y to the power n equal to x plus y whole to the power m plus n. It's same. Look at this. Instead of m, I've written 3. Instead of 3, I've written m. Instead of 4, I've written n. And 7 is what? M plus n. So you have to do the same thing. And what is it that they have asked us to prove? You have to prove that dy by dx equal to y by x. dy by dx equal to y by x. So this is a very important question, ISC question. Please, I want you all to try this. If you have any problem, then you can just WhatsApp me anytime. Is that clear? So I'll just give you some time. You can just look at the solution. So while you just go through the solution, I just want to tell you one thing. Implicit x, there are two types of functions which we have studied till now. Explicit means y in terms of x, y equal to fx, and implicit means x and y will be together. Is that clear? So the concepts that we will be using are not different at all. Whenever there is multiplication product, whenever there is division quotient, and when it is time to apply the formula, it's either standard or composite. If you know the formula, no assumption required. If you don't know the formula, then we need to assume. So I hope this is clear. Implicit function. So with this concept, I hope you can easily do question number 5 all and question number 6 also all. Hints are given, you just have a look. Now let me, question number 5 and 6 can be done. Now let us move to question number 7. This is parametric equation. Parametric equation. What is a parametric equation? Suppose there are two equations, y equal to fx, that means y is expressed in terms of x, and z is also expressed in terms of x. So which is the common variable out here? X. So what you have to find is, you have to find dy by dz. What are you going to find? Dy by dz. So please keep that in mind. So this is the meaning of parametric equation. So you get two equations in which, let us say, a variable y will be expressed in terms of x and another variable z will be expressed in terms of x. That means there are three variables and there is a common variable which we need to differentiate with respect to that variable. We need to differentiate with respect to the common variable. In other words, let me simplify it. So I'm going to explain this with the help of an example. So let us do question number 7 subdivision 3. 7 subdivision 3. The question is, find dy by dx. Find dy by dx such that x equal to a cos cube theta, equation number 1, and the second equation y equal to b sine cube theta. So as you can see, two equations. x is expressed in terms of theta because a is a constant, and y is also expressed in terms of theta as b is a constant. So which is the independent variable out here? Theta. So I need to find dy by dx. Keep that in mind. So how do I start? Differentiating with respect to, okay, before that, let me simplify this question a bit. X equal to, can I write this as cos theta whole cube? Because I'm used to, whenever the power is a constant, the base has to be x. That formula, I just write it down. D by dx of x to the power n equal to n dot x to the power n minus 1. So I'm going to use that concept. So differentiating with respect to theta. Now just see, differentiation of x is 1, but this is x with respect to theta. These two are different. So you write dx by d theta because you are differentiating x with respect to theta. A is a constant. If the power is a constant, the base has to be what? X. So what is going to happen to 3? 3 comes in front. 3, you get cos theta whole square, but this is just an assumption. So d by d theta into cos theta. So what do I get? Dx by d theta equal to a cos square theta. And what's the differentiation of cos theta? It is minus sine theta. So dx by d theta equal to minus 3a cos square theta into sine theta. So this is how you differentiate. Okay, before this, I just want to explain one more concept to you all. Now, everyone just pay attention. Look at this. Log x, log y, log z. The formulas are going to be same for all. Differential of log x is 1 by x. Differential of log y is 1 by y. Z is 1 by z. But what matters is with what variable you are differentiating. Suppose this is with respect to x. So it's going to be what? Dx by dx. That's why dx and dx gets cancelled. So we just write 1 by x. Suppose this is log y with respect to x. So log y is 1 by y. So we have to write dy by dx. If the variables are different, then you have to write down the differential coefficient. That is why, look at this. Differential of x is 1. But you are differentiating x with respect to theta. If it was with x, then the answer would be just 1. This is x with respect to theta. That is why dx by d theta. Similarly, this is cos theta. You are differentiating cos theta with respect to theta. So you need not write down the differential coefficient. So direct formula is cos theta is minus sine theta. So let me make this thing clear to you one more time. Let us say, suppose if I say, what's the differential of sine x? Then you know the formula for sine x is cos x. But you need to know with what variable you are differentiating. Suppose it is with respect to x. Then sin x with respect to x, since the variables are same, it's cos x. But if it's sin x with respect to y, it is cos x. Since the variables are different, it's going to be dx by dy. So please don't forget that. Let me explain that one more time while I do this problem. So y equal to b sin theta whole cube, which is the common variable, theta. So differentiating with respect to theta, y. Differential of y is 1, but y with respect to theta different. So dy by d theta equal to b. If the power is a constant, the base has to be x. So 3 comes in front. 3 sine theta, 3 minus 1 is 2. But this is just an assumption. So d by d theta of sine theta. So what do you get? Dy by d theta equal to 3b sine square theta into differential of sine theta is cos theta. So this is the second part. So I hope you got, from the first equation we got dx by d theta, from the second equation we got dy by d theta. But the question is, I need to find dy by dx. I need to find dy by dx. That means dy is in the first equation and dx is in the, dy is in the second equation and dx is in the first equation. So we need to combine this. So we are going to use a rule called chain rule. What are we supposed to find? Dy by dx. So dy is the numerator. So write down dy, it's already in the numerator. That means we are combining equation 2 and equation 1. So dy by d theta into, I need dx in the denominator, but dx is in the numerator. So you simply reciprocal it. So when you reciprocal this, you get what? D theta by dx. So you can clearly see d theta and d theta gets cancelled. So dy by dx. It's just the way in which you express dy and dx. Now you simply have to put the value. What is dy by d theta? What is it? It is 3b sine square theta cos theta into, what is d theta by dx? Reciprocal of this. So it is 1 divided by minus 3a cos square theta into sine theta. So 3 and 3 gets cancelled. Plus into minus is minus. B by a constant. So sine and sine gets cancelled. Cos and cos also gets cancelled. So in the numerator, sine theta is left, and in the denominator, cos theta is left. So your final answer is minus b by a sine theta by cos theta is nothing but tan theta. So this is called a parametric equation. So let me revise this one more time. First of all, you need to know, the main thing you need to know is a parametric equation consists of two equations in which there are three variables. X is expressed in terms of theta and y is also expressed in terms of theta. The variable can change. So which is the common variable out here? Theta. That's why I differentiated both sides with respect to theta. Next, whenever you are differentiating, the formula remains same, like log x is 1 by x, log y is 1 by y, log z is 1 by z. But you need to be careful with what variable are you differentiating. Suppose you are differentiating log x with respect to x. So it's going to be 1 by x dx by dx, because we are differentiating x with respect to x. So dx and dx gets cancelled, so we need not write that. So directly log x is 1 by x. But if it's log y with respect to x, log y is 1 by y, but you're differentiating y with respect to x. It's different. That's why dy by dx. So please keep that in mind. So this was question number 7, subdivision 3. I wanted to do one latest ISC 2019 question. 2019, this question had come for 4 marks, a parametric equation. So let's see whether you can get this or not. So the question was, if y equal to e to the power sine inverse x, this was ISC 2019, and z equal to e to the power minus cos inverse x, you have to prove that dy by dx equal to e to the power pi by 2. E to the power pi by 2. I'm not going to do anything extra, so we are going to start with the first equation. First equation now, which is the common variable? X, yes or no? So, what is the differentiation of y? Dy by dx equal to, now look at this, is it standard or composite? E should always be with x, but this is something else, it is sine inverse x. So we assume this. So differentiation of e to the power x, what is the differentiation of e to the power x? It is e to the power x itself, so it's going to be e to the power sine inverse x, but this is just an assumption, so d by dx of sine inverse x. So moving on, dy by dx equal to e to the power, sorry, this is dy by dz, e to the power sine inverse x. And what's the differentiation of sine inverse x? If you all don't know, the differentiation of sine inverse x is 1 divided by under root 1 minus x square. 1 divided by under root 1 minus x square. So dy by dx equal to e to the power sine inverse x divided by root 1 minus x square. So this is just the differentiated value. So as I've already told you, IC questions are not going to be that difficult. It's just that you need to understand the concept properly. So moving on to the second equation. What's the second equation? Z equal to e to the power minus cos inverse x. Equation 2. Do the same thing, differentiating with respect to x, because x is the common variable. Differentiation of z, like x is 1, y is also 1, so z is also 1, because it's a variable. So differentiation of z is 1, but you are differentiating z with respect to x. So you get dz by dx equal to e to the power. Again, what is the differentiation of e to the power x? We assume this part is x. So what's the differentiation of e to the power x? It is e to the power x. But this is just an assumption. So d by dx of minus cos inverse x. So moving on, dz by dx equal to e to the power minus cos inverse x minus as it is. What's the differentiation of cos inverse x? The differentiation of sine inverse and cos inverse is same. It's just that sine, the term is positive, cos, the term is negative. So it's going to be minus 1 divided by under root 1 minus x square. So when you simplify this, what do you get? Dz by dx equal to e to the power minus cos inverse x, minus into minus plus. So this into 1 will give you this itself, divided by under root 1 minus x square. So this is the value of the first equation and this is the value of the second equation. So just see what am I supposed to prove. So next we need to use chain rule. Why chain rule? Because look at the proving part. I need dy by dz. dy is in equation 1 and dz is in equation number 2. So we need to combine this. So chain rule, dy by dz equal to, y is in the numerator, so you need not change this. So write down dy by dx into, I need dz in the denominator but out here it's in the numerator, so you just reciprocal this. What do you get? Dx by dz. So as you can see, dz and dz cancels, you get dy by dz. So what is dy by dx, which we already calculated? It's e to the power sine inverse x divided by root 1 minus x square into, what is dx by dz? The reciprocal of this is going to be root 1 minus x square divided by e to the power cos inverse x. This root and root gets cancelled. Now what is left? Tell me. E to the power sine inverse x divided by e to the power cos inverse, sorry, e to the power minus cos inverse x. I'll just prove the last part out here. So dy by dz as it is, but I'm supposed to get e to the power pi by 2, isn't it? But you see inverse, sine inverse x and cos inverse x. So let me remind you, formula of inverse, sine inverse x plus cos inverse x equal to pi by 2. That means you simply have to bring them together, laws of indices. It's in the denominator, when it goes up it becomes what? Plus. So what do you get? E to the power sine inverse x, there's a minus sign. Laws of indices, a to the power m divided by a to the power n is a to the power m minus n. Use that concept. E to the power sine inverse x minus cos inverse x. So you get e to the power sine inverse x plus cos inverse x. So dy by dz equal to e to the power pi by 2. This was ISC 2019. So from in the year 2019, you got one question from parametric equation. So please go through the solution one more time. Two equations. I've already explained equation number 1, y is expressed in terms of x. Equation 2, z is expressed in terms of x. So we differentiate with respect to the common variable, that is x, on both sides. One important thing, differentiation of sine inverse x is 1 divided by root 1 minus x square, and differentiation of cos inverse x is minus 1 divided by under root 1 minus x square. So this is how you differentiate a parametric equation. I hope the solution is clear. Now I'll just solve one more. ISC 2019. Okay, let me do question number 7, subdivision 5. Question number 7, subdivision 5. X equal to a, open bracket, it's not cos, sorry, it's not cot, it is cos. Cos t plus t sine t, and y equal to a sine t minus t cos t. So as you can see clearly, how many equations do you see? 2. X is a constant, so x is expressed in terms of t and y is also expressed in terms of t. So from here you can see x is your dependent, t is your independent. So we differentiate with respect to t. Again, differentiation of x is 1, but x with respect to t, the differential coefficient is different. So dx by dt equal to a as it is. What's the differentiation of cos? Differentiation of cos is minus sine t. T with respect to t, so you need not write down the differential coefficient. But there's a slight problem with the second part. Look at this. There are two variables being multiplied with each other. So this is u into v. Tell me product rule, u into v. What is it? U d by not x but with respect to t, because t is the independent variable in this case, d by dt of sine t plus sine t into d by dt of t. So when you open the bracket, what do you get? Minus sine t as it is, t as it is. What's the differentiation of sine t? Cos t. Now look at it carefully again. The formula is going to remain same. You just see with which variable you are differentiating. T with respect to t, so no differential coefficient required, plus sine t, and differential of t is 1. Differential of x is 1, so differential of t is also 1. So sine and sine gets cancelled. So what is dx by dt which you are getting? You are getting a t cos t, equation number 1. Now you have to do the same thing for the second part. So let us solve the second part. What is it? Y equal to a sine t minus t cos t. So again, y is the dependent, t is the independent variable. So differentiating with respect to t. Differentiation of y is 1, y with respect to t, dy by dt. Again, I am emphasizing on this, the formula is same for all the variables. Like differential of x is 1, so y is also 1, z is also 1, theta is also 1. You just need to understand with what variable you are differentiating. If the variables are same, no need to write down the differential coefficient, but if the variables are different, you have to write down the differential coefficient. Like in this case, y is 1, but y with respect to t, so dy by dt. So moving on, if you have problem with this, try understanding this. Differentiation of sine is cos t. Since the variables are same, no differential coefficient, minus, again, don't you see a multiplication sign? So this is your u and this is your v. So please tell me what is product rule, u into v. Since there's a minus sign, let me use a bracket. It's u d by dt of v plus v d by dt of u. So open the bracket, dy by dt equal to a as it is, cos t minus curly bracket t. What's the differential of cos t? It's minus sine t plus cos t as it is. What's the differential of t? It is 1. Now open the bracket, cos t, minus into minus is plus, t sine t, minus into plus is minus cos t. So cos t and cos t gets cancelled, so you get at sine t. So this is the second part. So you got dx by dt as at cos t and you got dy by dt as at sine t. So what is it that you have to find? You have to find dy by dx. So dy is in equation 2 and dx is in equation 1. So didn't I tell you how to combine these two? What was the name of the method? It's chain rule. So help me out. Dy by dx I need. So dy by dt into dt by dx. So help me put the value. What is dy by dt? It is at sine t into, what is dt by dx? Reciprocal of this, 1 by at cos t. So at and at gets cancelled. Sine t by cos t equal to tan t. So the value of dy by dx equal to tan t. So this is your final answer. So this is how you solve a parametric equation. So before I end today's class, let me tell you what are the things which we have already completed on derivative. Number one, the first class which I taught on derivative, I explained the formulas, the properties. So in that particular class, I taught you how to differentiate standard functions where no assumption was required. So that was differentiation of standard function. Next, I taught you what are you supposed to do when you don't know a formula for a particular function. That was composite function. I taught you how to assume. But please keep in mind, in both the cases, the property remained same. If there's a multiplication or division, product and quotient rule, you had to use it. Now, moving on, the third function which I taught was log function, differentiation of log function. When do I use log? Whenever there is function to the power function. Is that clear? So we apply log because the power comes in front, and then we use product rule. The fourth function is differentiation of implicit function. Again, what is implicit function? X and y are together. Implicit function. The fifth one is a parametric equation. What is parametric equation? There will be two equations and three variables. You are going to differentiate with respect to the independent variable. Independent means the variable which is common to both the equations. And finally, you have to use chain rule. Now, the last part of derivative which is left is called differentiation of inverse function. And there's one more, differentiation of a function with respect to another function that is similar to parametric equation. So next class I'm going to begin with differentiation of function with respect to another function, and then I'm going to round it off with differentiation of inverse function. For that, you need to know the formulas on trigonometry, the compound angles, the multiple, submultiple angle. I'm going to explain the concept to you, and I'm going to teach you how to use those formulas to make the calculation simple. Thank you so much.
बाह्रौं श्रेणीका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई यो अनलाइन क्लासमा म हार्दिक स्वागत तथा अभिवादन जनाउन चाहन्छु र विशेष गरी हामीले ISC को पाठ्यक्रम 2021 को परीक्षालाई ध्यानमा राखेर विद्यार्थीहरूलाई धेरैवटा कविता हामीले पढाइसकेका छौँ। विद्यार्थीहरूलाई कविताको क्रममा 4वटा कविता प्राय पुरा भइसकेको छ र कविता सँगसँगै आज म विद्यार्थीहरूलाई कथा खण्डबाट कथा सुरु गर्न लागिरहेको छु। हामीले पढ्नुपर्ने 10वटा कथा मध्ये 5वटा कथा हामीले 11औं श्रेणीमा पढिसकेका छौँ र 12औं श्रेणीमा पढ्नुपर्ने 5वटा कथा भित्रबाट म विद्यार्थीहरूलाई विशेष गरेर आज विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाको मनोवैज्ञानिक कथा बिया शीर्षक कथा पढाउन लागिरहेको छु र यसभन्दा अघि र विशेष गरी म विद्यार्थीहरूलाई 12औं श्रेणीका विद्यार्थीहरूलाई म आग्रह गर्न चाहन्छु, घर बसेर यो अनलाइन शिक्षा मार्फत विद्यार्थीहरूले नेपाली विषयमा सँगसँगै अन्य विषय पनि जति पनि पढाइँदैछ ध्यानपूर्वक अध्ययन गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। किनभने लकडाउनको समयमा धेरैवटा लामो विद्यार्थीहरू स्कुल आउन नपाएको, क्लासरुममा पढ्न नपाएको एउटा स्थिति छ। यो कारणले गर्दा अनलाइन मार्फत विद्यार्थीहरू घर बसेरै भए पनि राम्रोसँग अध्ययन गर्ने, मनन गर्ने, पढ्ने अनि पढाएका विषयबाट कथालाई हो भने छोटकरीमा लेख्ने, आइएससीमा छोटकरीमा कथा लेख्नको निम्ति आउँछ, कवितालाई सारांश लेख्नको निम्ति आउँछ अनि त्यहाँबाट व्याख्या गर्न दिएको हुन्छ, त्यहाँबाट अवतरण दिएर प्रश्न सोधिएको हुन्छ। यसको उत्तरहरू गर्ने एउटा अभ्यास घर बसेर गर्ने म आग्रह पनि गर्दछु अनि आदरणीय अभिभावकवर्गलाई पनि विद्यार्थीहरूलाई सधैँ एउटा पढ्ने वातावरण तयारी गरिदिनुहोस्, सधैँ मार्गदर्शन गरिदिनुहोस् भनिकन म आग्रह पनि गर्न चाहन्छु। र नेपाली विषयको पाठ्यक्रम ISC 2021 को तयारी गर्ने क्रममा ISC आज हामी गद्य कुञ्जबाट यो कथाको पुस्तकबाट पढ्न लागिरहेका छौँ। विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइराला, सबभन्दा पहिला हामी कथा पढ्नुभन्दा अघि विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाको परिचय हेर्छौँ, परिचय बुझ्छौँ, परिचय लिइसकेपछि जानिसकेपछि त्यसपछि विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाद्वारा लिखित कथा हामी पढ्नेछौँ। र विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइराला जन्म सन् 1914, मृत्यु सन् 1982। राजनीतिक तथा साहित्यिक व्यक्तित्वको रूपमा परिचित विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाले काशी विश्वविद्यालयबाट BL उत्तीर्ण गरेका थिए। हिन्दी साहित्यदेखि आफ्नो लेखन आरम्भ गर्ने कोइरालाले सर्वप्रथम शारदा पत्रिकामा चन्द्रवदन नामक कथा लेखेको पाइन्छ। विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालालाई एकजना साहित्यिक व्यक्ति मात्र होइन, एकजना सफल कथाकार, एकजना सफल उपन्यासकार सँगसँगै एक राजनीतिक व्यक्तित्वको रूपमा पनि विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालालाई हामी चिन्छौँ। नेपालको राजनीतिक इतिहासमा हेर्ने हो भने विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाको योगदान महत्त्वपूर्ण छ। उनी प्रधानमन्त्री पदसम्म पुगेका एक व्यक्ति हुन्, राजनीतिक व्यक्ति हुन्। राजनीतिक रूपमा पनि सचेत, सजग र जनहितको निम्ति सधैँ केही गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने सोच राख्ने विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइराला ले एक साहित्यिक व्यक्तित्वसँगै आफूलाई राजनीतिक व्यक्तित्वको रूपमा पनि अघि ल्याएका छन् अथवा उभिआएका छन्। उनले काशी विश्वविद्यालयबाट बिएल उत्तीर्ण गरे, त्यसपछि हिन्दी साहित्यदेखि आफ्नो लेखन सुरु गरे। नेपालीमा होइन, त्यस्ता बनारसमा हिन्दी लेखनको क्रम चल्थ्यो अथवा भारतमा शिक्षा हासिल गरेको कारणले गर्दा हिन्दी साहित्यसँग पनि उनी धेरै प्रभावित बने, प्रेरित बने अनि हिन्दीबाटै उनले लेख्न सुरु गरे। अनि उनको पहिलो रचना, पहिलो कथा चन्द्रवदन नामक कथा शारदा पत्रिका, जो नेपालबाट काठमाडौँबाट प्रकाशित हुने पहिलो आधुनिक पत्रिकाको रूपमा हामी मान्छौँ शारदा पत्रिकालाई। र शारदा पत्रिकामा विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालाको पहिलो कथा चन्द्रवदन प्रकाशित भयो। नेपाली कथा र उपन्यासमा मनोविज्ञानलाई प्रयोग गरी लेख्ने कोइरालाले यौन मनोविज्ञानलाई समातेर कथा र उपन्यास लेखेको पाइन्छ। नेपाली कथामा अनि नेपाली उपन्यासमा मनोविज्ञानलाई प्रयोग गर्ने, मनको विज्ञान अथवा मनलाई विश्लेषण गर्ने, मनलाई अध्ययन गर्ने, मनमाथि विश्लेषण गरेर लेख्ने, मनोविज्ञानलाई प्रयोग गरेर लेख्ने विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालालाई हामी विशेष गरेर यौवन मनोविज्ञानलाई आधार गरेर लेख्ने कथाकारको रूपमा अथवा उपन्यासकारको रूपमा पनि हामी पाउँछौँ। उनले यौवन मनोविज्ञानलाई आधार गरेका छन्। जसरी सिगमन्ड फ्राइडले यौवन मनोविज्ञानमाथि खुब राम्रो अध्ययन र मनन गरेका छन्, विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालाले पनि यो मानव मनभित्र विभिन्न प्रकारका विचारहरू, विभिन्न प्रकारका भावनाहरू आउँछ, त त्यो भावनाहरू, कतिपय भावनाहरू हामी व्यक्त गर्न सक्छौँ, कतिपय भावनाहरू हामी व्यक्त गर्न सक्दैनौँ। र हाम्रो मनभित्र जागृत भएका धेरै विचारहरू हामी चाहेर पनि व्यक्त गर्न सक्दैनौँ कतिवटा कुराहरू। यो कुराहरूलाई खुबै राम्रो प्रकारले आफ्ना उपन्यासमा र आफ्ना कथाहरूमा व्याख्या गर्ने चेष्टा गरेको हामी पाउँछौँ। र यौवन मनोविज्ञानलाई लिएर कथा लेख्ने अथवा उपन्यास लेख्ने एक चर्चित साहित्यकारको रूपमा हामी विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालालाई चिन्छौँ। यसबाहेक उनका कथामा समाजमा रहेका परम्परागत रूढी, उहिलेदेखि मान्दै आएको परम्परा रूढी, उहिलेदेखि मान्दै आएको जुन चिजहरू हाम्रो समाजको निम्ति कुनै त्यसको महत्त्व रहँदैन, त्यस्ता रूढीलाई पनि उनले देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्, अन्धविश्वासलाई पनि देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्, विसङ्गतिहरूलाई पनि उद्घाटन गरेर यस्तो चिजहरूले हाम्रो समाजमा धेरै असर गरिरहेछ भनेर समाजलाई सजग गराउने, सचेत गराउने दिशामा काम गरेको हामी पाउँछौँ। विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइराला मनोवैज्ञानिक लेखकका रूपमा प्रख्यात छन्। उनी नेपालका प्रधानमन्त्रीको पदसम्म पुगेका महान व्यक्ति हुन्। उनी नेपालको अघि नै मैले भने राजनैतिक व्यक्तित्वको रूपमा पनि हामी विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालालाई चिन्न सक्छौँ। उनी एक सफल राजनैतिक व्यक्ति, यहाँसम्म कि नेपालको प्रधानमन्त्रीको पदसम्म पुगेका एक महान राजनैतिक हस्तीको रूपमा पनि हामी विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालालाई चिन्छौँ। उनका प्रकाशित कृतिहरूमा दोषी चस्मा कथा सङ्ग्रह, तीन घुम्ती उपन्यास, नरेन्द्र दाई उपन्यास, सुम्निमा उपन्यास, मोदी आइन उपन्यास, श्वेत भैरवी कथा सङ्ग्रह, हिटलर र यहुदी उपन्यास, बाबु आमा र छोरा उपन्यास, यस्ता थुप्रै कृतिहरू लेखेर नेपाली साहित्यको विकासमा विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालाले योगदान पुर्याएको हामी पाउँछौँ। आज हामी पाठ 6बाट आइएससी कथा अन्तर्गत पाठ 6बाट बिहा शीर्षक कथा विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालाको कथा पढ्छौँ। विवाह हामी सबैले बुझ्ने यो शीर्षक छ, शीर्षक कुनै अनौठो छैन है। हामी विवाह पछाडि गृहस्थी जीवन सुरु गर्छौँ अथवा घरजम गर्नु पनि भनेर भनिन्छ है, विवाह गर्नु। र विवाह शीर्षक लिएर यो एउटा मनोवैज्ञानिक कथा विश्वेशप्रसाद कोइरालाले लेखेका छन्। यसमा सुब्बा कटकबहादुरको जीवनलाई एउटा चरितार्थ गर्ने अथवा उसले उमेर छिप्पिसकेपछि विवाह गरेको कुरालाई उल्लेख गरेर एउटा सानो केटीसँग विवाह गरेको उल्लेख गरेर त्यो विवाह गर्नु उसको रहर हो कि बाध्यता हो कि अथवा के हो, किन चाहिँ उनले त्यो सानो केटीलाई, सानो उमेरको केटीलाई, 14 वर्षको केटीलाई विवाह गरे, यो परिप्रेक्ष्यमा खुबै राम्रो प्रकारले मान्छेको मनको स्थितिलाई अथवा मनस्थितिलाई खुबै राम्रो प्रकारले यो कथामा दर्शाउने चेष्टा गरेको हामी पाउँछौँ। सुब्बा कटकबहादुरले 14 वर्षकीलाई विवाह गरेर घर लिएर आए। भन्नुपर्ने कुरा यति हो, भन्नुपर्ने कुरा यति नै हो। सुब्बा कटक बहादुर एउटा छिप्पिएको धेरै उमेर गएको व्यक्तिले 14 वर्षकी केटी सानो केटीलाई विवाह गरेर घर लिएर आए र कटक बहादुरलाई नचिन्ने योभन्दा धेरै कुरा सुन्न पनि चाहँदैनन्। तर मलाई 14 वर्षकी भन्नसाथ केटीको विषयमा जान्ने रहर लाग्छ। सुब्बा कटक बहादुर निश्चय नै छिप्पिएका होलान्। मैले सानो उमेरको सुब्बा देखेको छैन। वर्षक यो उनको अर्को विवाह हो। उनले यहाँनिर कल्पना गर्छन् सुब्बा कटक बहादुर सायदै छिप्पिएका व्यक्ति हुन्, निकै उमेर गएका व्यक्ति हुन्। मैले सानो उमेरको सुब्बा देखेको छैन। अनि 14 वर्षकी केटी भन्ने बित्तिकै मलाई जान्ने इच्छा लाग्छ। किन उसले एउटा 14 वर्षकी केटीलाई विवाह गरे अथवा 14 वर्षकी केटी कसरी त्यो छिप्पिएको अथवा निकै उमेर गएको व्यक्तिसँग विवाह गर्न बाध्य बनी। पहिलेकी दुलहीबाट 2वटा छोरा होलान् र उसको मृत्यु भएपछि यो 14 वर्षकीलाई बिहे गरेको होला। अब यहाँनिर कथाकारले कल्पना गरेका छन् पहिलापट्टिबाट अथवा पहिलाकी पत्नीका 2वटा छोरा होलान्, त्यसपछि सायद पहिलो पत्नीको निधन भएपछि उनले अर्को सुब्बा कटक बहादुरले अर्को विवाह गरेको हुनुपर्छ। कटक बहादुरलाई त के छ, विवाहको क्षेत्रमा खग्गु र निपुण भनेको एकदमै जति पनि विवाह गर्न सक्ने अथवा एकदमै निपुण एकदमै पारङ्गत व्यक्ति, खग्गु भनेको एकदमै पारङ्गत निपुण है भइसकेको मानिसलाई दिनभरि अड्डामा बसी कलम घस्दा, दिनभरि कार्यालयमा बसेर कलम चलाउँदा है अथवा अड्डामा साथीभाइहरूसँग कुराकानी गर्दा, गफ गर्दा है, खेल ठट्टा गर्दा है सायद नै 14 वर्षकी हरिमतीको ध्यान आउँदो हो। सायद नै त्यति बेला उनलाई 14 वर्षको त्यो केटीको ध्यान सायदै आउँदो हो। तर हरिमती भर्खरै 14 वर्षकी विवाहको अर्थ बुझ्न नसक्ने उमेरमै विवाहको अनुभव गर्न थालेकी हरिमतीको कुरा नै भिन्नै होला। अब त्यो 14 वर्षको केटी विवाह गरेर ल्याए जो एउटा बालिका हो है, 14 वर्षसम्मको उमेरको बालबालिका है, त्यो जसलाई चाहिँ एकदम त्यो के अरे सरकारले पनि बाल श्रम भनेर मान्छ है। 14 वर्षको नानी हामी त्यो नानीकै रूपमा हेर्छौँ। त्यो 14 वर्षको केटी हरिमतीले सायद के सम्झेर विवाह गरी है, 14 वर्षको केटी उसको मनमा सायद त्यो विवाहको अर्थ नै उसले बुझेकी छैन। विवाह किन गरिन्छ भन्ने कुराको ज्ञान नै हरिमतीलाई छैन। विवाहको तात्पर्य नै उसले बुझेकी छैन। विवाह भन्नुको शाब्दिक अर्थ नै उसले राम्रोसँग बुझ्न सकेकी छैन। विवाह नबुझिकन विवाह पछाडिको दायित्व र जिम्मेवारी, विवाह पछिको कर्तव्य, विवाह पछिको आफ्नो उत्तरदायित्वलाई बुझ्दै नबुझी हरिमतीले विवाह गरेकी छ। उसलाई केही पनि थाहा छैन भन्ने कुरा यहाँ दर्शाइएको छ। त्यो उमेरको केटी 14 वर्षको उमेरको केटीले विवाहको सायद उसले अनुभव पनि गर्न सक्दिन। मैले एउटा विवाह देखेको छु। यहाँनिर कथाकारले भनेका छन् मैले एउटा विवाह देखेको छु। म जन्तीपट्टि थिएँ। म त्यति बेला जन्तीतिर थिएँ। जन्तीपट्टि भन्नुको अर्थ बेहुलापट्टि म थिएँ। म जन्ती गएको थिएँ। हामीहरूलाई 4 बजेको निम्ता थियो तर जन्ती 8 बजेभन्दा पहिला निस्केनन्। हामीलाई 4 बजेको निम्तो थियो। निम्ता भनेको निमन्त्रणा गर्नु, विवाहमा बोलाइएको थियो, तर जन्ती चाहिँ 8 बजेभन्दा अगाडि निस्केनन्। हामीहरू बाहिर बसी जन्ती निकाल्ने उद्योगमा थियौँ तर दुलहाले नै अबेर गरे। हामी बाहिर बसेर जन्ती उद्योग भनेको कोसिस गरिरहेका थियौँ तर दुलहाले बेहुलाले नै ढिलो गरे। अनि बेहुलाले ढिलो गर्नु पनि उनले स्वाभाविक नै सम्झे, किनभने विवाह मानिसले जीवनमा धेरै सोचेर सम्झेर नै मान्छेले विवाह गर्छ र यसरी विवाह गर्दा सायद त्यो विवाहको अवसरमा उसले आफूलाई राम्रो बनाउने, सिँगार्ने सायद चेष्टा गर्यो होला है। त्यति बेला मात्र मान्छेले मौका पाउँछ, विवाहको समयमा चाहिँ आफूलाई राम्रो बनाउने मौका पाउँछ र सायद ऊ राम्रो हुँदै होला, सिँगारिँदै होला भनेर कथाकारले सोचे। अनि सबैले प्रतीक्षा गरिरहे उसलाई। मैले दुलहालाई देखेको थिइनँ, कस्तो होलान्। गाउँका स्वास्नी मानिसहरू पनि आएर उभिरहेका थिए। सबैजना विवाह हेर्नको निम्ति दुलहा कस्तो होला, केटा कस्तो होला भनेर हेर्नको निम्ति आएका थिए। कथाकार स्वयं पनि दुलहा नदेखेको कारणले गर्दा दुलहा कस्तो होला भनेर हेर्नको निम्ति आएका थिए। सायद सिँगार पटार गरेर एउटा युवक, राम्रो जवान युवक है, मस्त जवान केटा सायद दुलहा भएर निस्कन्छ होला भनेर उनले कल्पना गरिरहेका थिए। कस्ता होलान् दुलहा भन्न साथ 20-21 वर्षको युवकको कल्पना हुन थाल्छ। दुलहा भन्ने बित्तिकै उनले सम्झे 20-21 वर्षको एउटा जवान केटाको कल्पना हुन्छ। र ती ग्रामीण रमणीहरू पनि यस्तै दुलाहाको कल्पना गरी हेर्न उभिरहेका होलान्। उनले यहाँनिर भन्छन् त्यो गाउँका केटीहरू, रमणी भनेको स्त्रीहरू, केटीहरू, गाउँभरिका केटीहरू पनि विवाह त हेर्न जाने चलन छ हाम्रो समाजमा। आज चाहिँ हाम्रो समाजमा विवाह चाहिँ भोज खान जाने चलन भयो है, खान जाने चलन भयो, विवाह खाइन्छ भनेर भनिन्छ, विवाह खान गइन्छ। तर हाम्रो परम्परागत हामीले पहिलादेखिको विवाहको परिप्रेक्ष्यलाई हेऱ्यौँ भनेदेखि चाहिँ विवाह हेर्न जाने चलन थियो। गाउँ बस्तीतिर विवाह लामो समयसम्म, अहिले त हामी 1 घन्टाको निम्ति, आधी घन्टाको निम्ति निम्तो मान्नको निम्ति, खाना खानको निम्ति जान्छौँ। तर पुरानो पद्धतिमा अथवा परम्परागत विवाहहरूलाई हामीले हेऱ्यौँ भने विवाह हेर्नको निम्ति लामो समयसम्म जन्तीलाई, केटी दुलहीलाई अथवा दुलाहालाई हेर्ने, त्यो यज्ञ मण्डपमा सजाएका कुराहरूलाई, यज्ञ मण्डपमा भएका कर्मकाण्डलाई हेर्ने चलन धेरै अघिदेखि थियो। धेरै बेरपछि ढोकातिर खलबली भयो, धेरै बेर पछाडि ढोकामा हो हल्ला भयो। खलबली हुनु भनेको दुला आए भनेर सब यताउता ओहिरिन लागे। तर मैले चिन्न सकिनँ कुन चाहिने दुला हुन्, कुन चाहिँ दुला हो मैले चिन्न सकिनँ। सबैले दुला आए बेहुला आए भनेर हल्ला गर्न थाले, तर मैले चिन्न सकिनँ को चाहिँ दुला हुन्। सब छिपिएका उमेरका मानिसहरू ढोकाबाट बाहिर निस्के। सबै उमेर निकै माथि गएको, निकै वयस्क भइसकेको, निकै उमेर छिपिएका मान्छेहरू मात्र त्यहाँबाट दैलोबाट निस्कन थाले। यसै ठम्याउन नसके पनि पहिरनले ती कालो कोट लाउने नै दुला हुन् भनी ठाने। त्यो कालो कोट पहिरन लगाएको लुगा हेर्दाखेरि सायद त्यो कालो कोट लगाएको व्यक्ति नै दुला हुन् भन्ने कथाकारलाई लाग्यो। नभन्दै पनि उनको आकृति, चलाइ र बोलाइले नै तिनी दुनियाँका सबैभन्दा सुखी मानिस जस्ता देखिन्थे। तिनको हिँडाइ, तिनको बोलाइ, तिनको चलाइ, तिनको आकृति हेर्दाखेरि नै तिनी संसारको धनी व्यक्ति हुन् भन्ने लाग्थ्यो। ठिक 8 बजे जन्ती घरबाट बाहिर निस्क्यो। दुला हात्तीमा चढे। अब हामीहरू पैदल हिँड्यौँ। त्यति बेला दुलालाई हात्तीमा चढाएर हिँडाउने चलन थियो। आज पनि हाम्रो देशका केही भागहरूमा यसरी हात्तीमा सवार भएर विवाहको जन्ती गएको हामी देख्छौँ। बेहुलालाई हात्तीमा सवार गराइएको थियो। मलाई दुला देख्न साथ दुलहीको ध्यान आउन थाल्यो। दुलही पनि यस्तै 35-40 को ढोकाबाट निस्की भने मेरो उत्साह व्यर्थ हुनेछ। उनले सम्झे सायद बेहुली पनि 35-40 को निस्किन्छ होला। भन्नुको अर्थ यहाँबाट हामी सोझै बुझ्छौँ कि बेहुलाले उमेर धेरै खाइसकेको थियो, उमेर प्रशस्तै खाइसकेको थियो, निकै वृद्ध अवस्थातिर बेहुला गइसकेको थियो भन्ने कुरा हामी बुझ्न सक्छौँ। 50 नागिसकेको अवस्थाको बेहुला थियो भन्ने कुरा हामी अनुमान गर्न सक्छौँ। किनभने 35-40 त्यो केटालाई सुहाउने 35-40 को केटी निस्की भने मात्र मेरो यो उत्साह चाहिँ व्यर्थ हुन्छ भन्ने उनलाई लाग्छ। ढोकाबाट निस्की भनेदेखि मैले जुन एउटा उत्साह राखेर हेरिरहेको छु, तर त्यहाँनिर कलिलो केटी अथवा 14 वर्षको केटी निस्की भनेदेखि चाहिँ यो चाहिँ अचम्म हुन्छ भन्ने उनलाई लाग्यो। तर सानी 14 वर्षकी निस्की भने मैले यसो हात्तीमा चढेको दुलातिर हेरेँ र मैले नजिकै हिँड्ने एउटा भद्र मानिसलाई सोधेँ, दुलाहाको यो पहिलो विवाह हो? यसो हेर्दा उमेर धेरै माथि गएको छ, निकै बुढो मान्छे छ, अनि यो पहिलो विवाह हो भनेर मैले हिँड्दै गरेको एउटा राम्रो मान्छेलाई, भद्र मान्छेलाई सोधेँ। उनले उत्तर दियो, पहिलेकी दुलै नि, ऊ मरेर त यो अर्को विवाह गर्न हिँडेको। पहिलाको दुलै खोइ भनेर भन्दा ऊ मरी र मरिसकेपछि म अर्को विवाह गर्नको निम्ति चाहिँ हिँडेका हुन् भनेर उनले भने। यिनकी पहिलेकी दुलैबाट 2वटा छोरा छन्। 2वटा छोरा अघिबाटै पहिलो दुलैबाट भइसकेका छन्। घरमा स्वास्नी मानिस नभएर घर नचल्ने, त्यसमा पनि छोराहरूलाई कोही नहुँदा यिनले विवाह गर्न परेको। अब त्यो भद्र मानिसले भनिदिए घरमा स्वास्नी मान्छे नभएको घर अधुरो हुन्छ, त्यसले गर्दाखेरि घरमा स्वास्नी मान्छे होस् एकजना भनेर अनि छोराहरूको देखरेख गर्नको निम्ति चाहिँ यिनले विवाह गरेको भनेर त्यो भद्र मान्छेले भनिदिए। दुलापट्टिबाट निश्चित भई म दुलहीको कल्पना गर्न थालेँ। दुलापट्टिबाट त पक्का भयो कि 2वटा छोरा छन् घरमा, अघिल्लो पत्नी मरेकी छ, अघिल्लो पत्नीको मृत्यु भइसकेको छ, अनि त्यो घर सङ्घाल्नको निम्ति, घरको देखरेख गर्नको निम्ति, ती 2जना छोराहरूको लालन पालन गर्नको निम्ति, पालन पोषण गर्नको निम्ति, तिनीहरूलाई हेर्नको निम्ति, घर स्याहार्नको निम्ति चाहिँ विवाह गरिएको, दोस्रो विवाह गर्न यी व्यक्ति अगाडि गएका हुन् भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ आज कथाकारले बुझे। तर दुलही कस्ती छ, दुलही कस्ती निस्किन्छे, यो कुराको जिज्ञासा उनले गरिरहेका छन्। दुलहाको त घर चलाउनु थियो, ती साना साना केटाकेटीहरूलाई हेरिदिने मानिस ल्याउनु थियो र विवाह गरे, तर यिनको घर चलाउने र यिनका छोराछोरीलाई हेरिदिने आउने दुलही कस्ती होलिन्। उनलाई त घर चलाउनु थियो, छोराछोरी हेर्नु थियो, त्यसै कारण उनले विवाह गर्ने निश्चय गरे। तर त्यो घर चलाउन आउने व्यक्ति, छोराछोरीलाई लालन पालन गर्ने, छोराछोरीको देखरेख गरिदिने व्यक्ति अथवा त्यो दुलही चाहिँ कस्ती होली भन्ने जिज्ञासा कथाकारलाई लागिरह्यो। ती निश्चय पनि बढेकी होलिन्, नत्र कसरी घर चलाउलिन्, कसरी छोराछोरीलाई हेर्लिन्, उनलाई पनि थाहा होला कस्तो घर छ र कस्ता केटाकेटी छन्। म दुलहीको बारेमा पनि निश्चित भएँ र दुलहीको घर पुग्ने बखतमा मलाई फेरि उत्साह आउन थाल्यो। नाचगानमा उहाँको उत्साहमा म पनि खुब सामेल भएँ र दुलही निक्लिने बखतमा हतपताई मण्डपमा आएँ, नाचगानमा सम्मिलित बने, रमाएँ, उत्साहित बने। अनि मलाई एउटै कुरा जान्ने इच्छा थियो, त्यो बेहुली निक्लिने बेलामा चाहिँ मण्डपमा, मण्डप भनेको विवाहको मण्डप जहाँ विवाहको कर्मकाण्ड हुन्छ त्यसलाई मण्डप भनिन्छ, त्यो मण्डपमा चाहिँ म आएँ किनभने मैले बेहुली हेर्नु थियो, दुलही हेर्नु थियो। दुलही चाहिँ साँच्चै त्यो घर, त्यो केटाको अथवा त्यो दुलाहाको घर चलाउन सक्ने, छोराछोरीलाई सम्हाल्न सक्ने, हेर्न सक्ने छ कि छैन त्यो जान्ने कथाकारलाई इच्छा थियो। त्यही कारण उनी मण्डपमा पुगे। त्यहाँ पनि दुलहीलाई हेर्न आउने मानिस घुइँचो थिए। गाउँका स्वास्नी मानिसले मण्डप घेरिएको थियो है। स्वाभाविक रूपमा स्वास्नी मानिसहरू त्यो विवाह हेर्नको निम्ति धेरै जम्मा हुने गर्छन् र त्यहाँ पनि मण्डप घेरिएको थियो। तिनीहरू कम्ती दुलाहाका कल्पना गरिरहेका होलान्। 25-30 वर्षकी घरको काम चलाउन निपुण, बढेका दुई छोरालाई हेर्न सक्ने दुलाहाको सारा व्यवहारलाई थाम्ने दुलहीको कल्पना गरिरहेका होलान्। सबैजनाले एउटा 25-30 वर्षको केटी दुलही भएर निस्किन्छ होला। त्यो घरको सबै दायित्व लिएर, जिम्मेवारी लिएर काम गर्न सक्ने व्यक्ति चाहिँ सायद त्यहाँ आउँछ होला। सायद उसलाई थाहा छ कि केटापट्टिको अघिल्लो केटाको पत्नी को निधन भइसकेको छ है, अघिल्लो दुलहीको निधन भइसकेको छ र आज विवाह गर्दै गरेको केटीले है, विवाहको मण्डपमा आइरहेकी दुलहीले सायद त्यो घरको जम्मै जिम्मेवारी वहन गर्नुपर्छ, काम गर्नुपर्छ, उसले त्यो घरको सबै दायित्व लिएर काम गर्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुरा बुझेकी होली भन्ने लाग्यो। म यस्तै दुलहीको कल्पना गरिरहेको थिएँ। तलदेखि माथिसम्म रातो लुगाले छोपिएकी एउटी सानी बालिकालाई डोर्याउँदै ठेल्दै 2-3 स्वास्नी मान्छे मण्डपमा पुगे। तर अचम्म के भयो, उदेक लाग्दो कुरा के भयो, मण्डपमा त 25-30 वर्षको दुलही होइन, तर सानो केटीलाई डोर्याउँदै ठेल्दै धकेल्दै ल्याउने काम भयो। यहाँ पनि मेरो कल्पनाले मलाई धोका दियो। म त्योदेखि विरक्त भएँ, अचम्म लाग्यो, उनी छक्क पनि परे, विरक्त पनि भए। मैले विचार गर्न सकिनँ कसरी यी 14 वर्षको कलिली बालिकाले दुलाहाको घर थाम्लिन् र उनको छोराहरूको हेरविचार गर्न सक्लिन्। कसरी चाहिँ त्यो एउटा 14 वर्षको त्यो सानो केटीले है, 14 वर्षको कलिलो बालिकाले विवाह पछाडि गएर त्यो आफू जस्तै ती छोराछोरीलाई सम्हाल्न सक्ने, त्यो घरको देखरेख गर्न सक्ने दायित्व आफ्नो काँधमा लिन सक्लिन्, त्यो चाहिँ अचम्म लाग्यो उनलाई। अनि त्यो कुरा सम्झेर कथाकार विरक्त भयो। म यी बालिकाको विषयमा गम्न थालेँ। यिनी दुलाहाका घरमा कसरी बस्लिन्, यिनको र दुलाहाको कस्तो सम्बन्ध रहला। एउटा 14 वर्षको बालिका, एउटा 50 वर्षभन्दा माथिको त्यो वृद्ध अवस्थातिर गइसकेको व्यक्ति, अनि एउटा त्यो वृद्ध अवस्थातिर गइसकेको छिप्पिएको व्यक्ति र त्यो 14 वर्षको नानीको बीचको है, पति र पत्नीको बीचको सम्बन्ध चाहिँ कस्तो रहला, कस्तो होला भनेर कथाकारले कल्पना गर्न सके। यही नै हो मनोविज्ञान, यही नै हो यौवन मनोविज्ञानलाई खुब राम्रो प्रकारले विश्वेश्वर प्रसाद कोइरालाले देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। एउटा बालिकाको मनमा विवाह के हो, जिम्मेवारी के हो, कर्तव्य के हो, भोलि विवाह पछाडि के हुन्छ भन्ने कुराको ज्ञानै नभएको एउटी केटी है, एउटी बालिकालाई एउटा छिप्पिएको, एउटा उमेर धेरै माथि गइसकेको व्यक्तिसँग विवाह गरेर पठाउँदा के हुन्छ, त्यो अवस्था परिणति के हुन्छ, त्यसको परिणाम के हुन्छ भन्ने कुरालाई खुब राम्रो प्रकारले दर्शाउने अथवा उसको मनभित्रको मनस्थितिलाई, उसको सोचलाई, विचारलाई दर्शाउने चेष्टा यहाँनिर कथाकार विश्वेश्वरप्रसाद कोइरालाले गरेका छन्। मलाई अब पनि विवाह गर्ने रहर लाग्दैन, यो देख्दाखेरि उनलाई विवाह गर्ने रहर लाग्दैन। त्यसपछि मैले कुनै विवाहमा जाने साहस गरिनँ, मलाई अब पनि विवाह हेर्ने रहर लाग्दैन भनेपछि मलाई कुनै विवाहमा अब गएर त्यो सानो बालिकाको विवाह हुँदै गरेको एउटा उमेर पाकेको निकै माथि गइसकेको व्यक्तिसँगको विवाह हेर्ने मलाई साहस पनि हुँदैन, म आँट पनि गर्न सक्दिनँ, अनि मलाई त्यो रहर पनि लाग्दैन भनेर कथाकारले भन्नुको तात्पर्य यो विवाह गर्ने पद्धति अथवा यो विवाह गर्ने तरिका, एउटा बालिकालाई बाल विवाह गर्ने जुन एउटा सिस्टम छ, जुन तरिका छ, यो चाहिँ सही भएन, यो समाजले गलत काम गरिरहेको छ भन्ने कुरा कथाकारले एउटा साङ्केतिक अर्थमा यहाँबाट देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। र जब मैले सुब्बा कटक बहादुरले 14 वर्षीकीलाई विवाह गरेर लिएर आए भनेको सुने, मलाई यो विवाहको स्मरण भयो। कथाकारले जुन विवाहमा देखेका थिए 14 वर्षकी केटी र एउटा वृद्ध उमेर छिप्पिएको व्यक्तिसँग विवाह गरेको घटनालाई आज सुब्बा कटक बहादुरले पनि 14 वर्षको केटी विवाह गरेर ल्याए भन्दाखेरि उनलाई त्यो दिनको याद आयो, स्मरण भयो। हरिमतीमाथि मलाई त्यसै दया आयो अनि सुब्बा कटक बहादुरले विवाह गरेर ल्याएको 14 वर्षको त्यो नानी, त्यो छोरी समानको त्यो केटी हरिमतीको प्रति कथाकारलाई दया जागेर आयो। हरिमती सुखी छन् कि दुखी छन् मलाई थाहा छैन, तर मलाई यसै हरिमतीमाथि सहानुभूति हुन्छ, एउटा दया जागेर आउँछ कथाकारलाई। हरिमतीले दुलाहा भनेको सुनेकै होला, विवाहको विषयमा उसका साथीहरूले उसलाई जिस्काउँदा उसलाई रहर नै लाग्यो होला, उसले पनि आफ्नो दुलाहाको कल्पना गरेकी होली, उसले कस्तो पतिको कल्पना गरेकी होली, जवान कि कटक बहादुर जस्तो छिप्पिएको। सायद उसलाई पनि साथीहरूले जिस्काउँदा हुन्, खेल्दाखेरि विवाहको कुरा आउँदो हो, दुलाहाको कुराहरू आउँदो हो, अनि त्यो साथीभाइहरूले साना साना साथीहरू बसेर खेल्दाखेरि दुलाहाको कुरा गर्दा, विवाहको कुरा गर्दा सायद उसलाई पनि लाग्थ्यो होला, उसले पनि विवाहको कल्पना गर्थ्यो होला। विवाह गर्दाको, विवाह हुँदाको एउटा आनन्दको अनुभूति सायद उसले गर्थ्यो होला, तर उसले कल्पना गरेको, उसले सोचेको केटा अथवा उसको दुलाहा सायद जवान पो सोचेकी थिए कि उसले यस्तै कटक बहादुर जस्तो छिप्पिएको केटाको उसले कल्पना गरेकी थिए भनेर यहाँनिर उसको मनमाथि अध्ययन गर्ने काम अथवा उसको मनले के चाहेको थियो भन्ने कुरालाई यहाँनिर कथाकारले देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। कि आफू जस्तै सानो केटाको कल्पना उसले गरेकी थिए हरिमतीले भनेर यहाँ भनेका छन्। त्यसपछि के ठानेकी होली, कस्तो सुखको कल्पना गरेकी होली, मिठो खान पाइएला, राम्रो लाउन पाइएला वा बाजा गाजा साथ डोली चढी हिँड्न पाइएला भन्ने सुखको कल्पना गरेकी होली। उसको मनमा थियो होला विवाह भनेको आनन्द हो, सुख हो, विवाह भनेको एकदम सुखसँग बस्न पाइन्छ, मिठो मिठो खान पाइन्छ, डोली चढेर हिँड्न पाइन्छ, डोलीमा बोकेर ती डोलेहरूले लान्छन् है, डोलेहरूले लान्छन्, बाजा गाजासँग आनन्दसँग जान पाइन्छ। त्यो आनन्द, त्यो सुखको कल्पना गरेर पो हरिमतीले विवाह गरेको हो कि है, त्यो सुखको कल्पना पो उसले गरेकी हो कि भनेर यहाँनिर प्रश्न चिन्ह गरेका छन्, प्रश्न चिन्ह खडा गरेका छन् कथाकारले। यहाँबाट उसको मनभित्र चाहिँ के थियो होला, उसको मनले गरेको कल्पना अथवा मनले सोचेको कुरा, उसको भावना, मनभित्रको भावनालाई यहाँनिर दर्शाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। र यसरी मान्छेले के सोचेको हुन्छ तर त्यसको परिणाम अर्कै हुन्छ अथवा हुँदा अर्कै भइदिन्छ है। त्यस्तो अवस्थामा मान्छेका मनभित्र ग्लानी, मान्छेको मनभित्र कुण्ठा, मान्छेको मनभित्र ती अव्यक्त भावनाहरू थुप्रै जागृत हुन्छ, जसले कहिलेकाहीँ जीवनमा मान्छेलाई अर्को बाटोतर्फ, विनाशको बाटोतर्फ पनि अग्रसर गराउन सक्छ भन्ने कुरालाई साङ्केतिक अर्थमा यहाँ व्यक्त गरेर कथाकारले हाम्रो मनभित्रका विचारहरू हामीले व्यक्त गर्न नपाउँदा अथवा भन्न नपाउँदा धेरै कुराहरू कहिलेकाहीँ बिग्रेर पनि जान सक्छ भन्ने कुरालाई पनि साङ्केतिक अर्थमा यहाँ देखाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। विवाह गरेर घरमा आएपछि हरिमतीको कल्पना सत्य हुन्छ कि झुटो? विवाह गरेर जब हरिमती आउँछे त्यति बेला साँच्चै उसले चाहेको जस्तो सुख सुविधा मोज मजा नै हुन्छ जीवन? कटक बहादुर र हरिमती कस्ता कुरा गर्दा होलान्? त्यति बेला कथाकारले यहाँनिर कल्पना गरेका छन् कटक बहादुर र हरिमतीको बिचको संवाद, बिचको कन्भर्सेसन, बिचको कुराकानी चाहिँ कस्तो हुन्छ होला? कटक बहादुरले विवाह गरेकै राति हरिमतीलाई भने होलान् मेरी रानी, हरिमती झसङ्ग हुन्छन्। मेरी रानी भनेर बोलाउँदा हरिमतीले त्यसको अर्थ के बुझ्छे? झसङ्ग हुन्छ होला ऊ। धेरै दिनको कुरा होइन, एक दिन छिमेकीका केटाकेटीसँग खेल्दा त्यो रानी बनेकी थियो। केटाकेटीसँग खेल्दाखेरि एक दिन सायद ऊ रानी बनेकी थिए, एउटा केटो राजा बनेको थियो त्यति बेला। तर यत्रो ठुलो मान्छेले उस्तै खेलबाड गरेको देख्दा हरिमतीलाई राम्रो लागेन। त्यो एउटा सानो केटा राजा भएको, ऊ रानी भएको, त्यो खेल्दाखेरि कल्पना गरेको दिनहरू, आफूले बाल्यकाल व्यतीत गरेको दिनहरू सम्झँदा उसलाई आनन्द लाग्छ। तर मेरी रानी भनेर एउटा छिप्पिएको मान्छे कटक बहादुरले एउटा सानो केटीलाई भन्दाखेरि त्यो खेलवाड गरेको चाहिँ उसलाई आनन्द लाग्दैन, मजा लाग्दैन, उसलाई अचम्म लाग्छ। छक्क परेकी हरिमतीलाई नजिकै टाँसेर कटकले सोधे, मेरी रानी मलाई माया गर्छौ? माया गर्छु भनिदिँदा उनी खुसी हुन्छन् भनेर हरिमतीले गर्छु भनिन्, मुहाइदेऊ न त। कटकले आग्रह गरे। यहाँ हरिमतीको आश्चर्यको सीमा रहेन र मेरो पनि कटक बहादुरले के भनेर मुहाई खान खोजेको, सानी भनेर कि दुलै भनेर? त्यो सानो केटी भनेर चाहिँ मुहाई खान खोजेको हो कि आफ्नो पत्नी भनेर, दुलै भनेर? यहाँनिर प्रश्न छ, यहाँ प्रश्न गरिएको छ। बल्ल बल्ल आफ्नो मुखलाई उसको मुखमा सारी हरिमतीले भनिन्, मलाई निन्द्रा लाग्यो, सुत्छु। मलाई त निन्द्रा लाग्यो, म सुत्छु। उसलाई यो जम्मै एउटा परपुरुषसँग विवाह गरेर गइसकेपछि उसले त्यहाँदेखि उताको कल्पना अथवा त्यस पछाडिका जीवनको कल्पना अथवा एउटा परपुरुषसँग बसेपछिको सम्बन्धको कुरा, त्यस पछाडिको जीवनको कुरालाई उसले कहिले पनि कल्पना गरेकी छैन। हरिमतीले आफ्नो जीवनमा के हुन्छ, भोलि के भोग्नुपर्छ भन्ने कुराको कल्पना उसले गरेकी छैन। उसले त विवाहलाई एउटा खेलौना जस्तो, एउटा मोज मजा जस्तो, आफूले बाल्यकालमा त्यो राजा रानी भएर खेलेको कुराहरू जस्तो है, सुख सयल गर्न पाइन्छ, मिठो खान पाइन्छ, डोली चढेर हिँड्न पाइन्छ भन्ने एउटा कल्पना गरेकी केटी हरिमती, सानो उसको त्यो बाल सुलभ एउटा दिमागमा है, मगजमा बसेको चिज आज आएर यथार्थमा परिणत हुँदा अथवा एउटा छिप्पिएको व्यक्तिसँग आएर बस्नु पर्दा उसले विवाह पछाडिको अवस्थालाई कल्पना गर्न नसकेको अथवा अनुभव नभएको, अनि उसमा त्यो भावना पनि जागृत नभएको कुरालाई हामी देख्न सक्छौँ। अनि उसले भन्छे, मलाई निन्द्रा लाग्यो, म सुत्छु भनेर भन्छे। यति चाँडै प्रेमको यस्तो रुखो उत्तर पाउँदा कटकलाई ग्लानि भयो, तर उनी भन्दै गए, अरू कुरा गरौँ न, सुत्न त सधैँ सुतिहाल्छौ नि। हरिमतीले पहिल्यै नयाँ घरमा आएर डराई। पहिला त ऊ नयाँ घरमा आएर डराई। निन्द्रा लाग्दा सुत्न नपाउँदा पनि केही बोलिन र पतिको मुखतिर हेरिरहे। निन्द्रा लाग्दा सुत्न नपाउँदा एउटा बाल्यकालमा हुर्किएको व्यक्ति है, 14 वर्षको केटी, सानो केटी, 14 वर्षको सानो केटीलाई खाना खाइसकेपछि निन्द्रा लाग्छ, स्वाभाविक रूपमा ऊ सुत्न चाहन्छे। तर अर्काको घरमा है, परपुरुषको एउटा घरमा, पतिको घरमा आएकी छ, नयाँ घरमा आएकी छ। अचानक ऊ खाना खाइसकेपछि गएर सुतिहाल्न पनि सक्दिन है। त्यो नयाँ ठाउँमा नयाँ अनुभूति उसको जीवनमा भइरहेको छ। जुन चिज उसले कल्पना गरेकी थिएन, सोचेकी थिएन, त्यो सबै कुराहरू उसको जीवनमा आइपरिरहेको छ। निन्द्रा लाग्दा सुत्न नपाउँदा पनि केही बोलिन र पतिको मुखतिर हेरिरही। कटकले गरेको कुरा उसले केही बुझिन, के भन्न चाहेको उसले बुझिन। किनभने त्यो 50 नागिसकेको एउटा छिप्पिएको व्यक्तिले गरेको कल्पना अथवा उसले गरेको सोधाइ अथवा उसले प्रेम र प्रीतिको कुराहरू जुन गर्दैछ, प्रेम प्रसङ्गको जुन कुराहरू गर्दैछ, यो प्रेम प्रसङ्गको कुराहरू त्यो सानो केटी, त्यो बालिका, त्यो हरिमतीले केही पनि बुझ्न सकिन। कुनै बुझेको पनि एकदम व्यर्थ र हाँस उठ्दो जस्तो लाग्यो। कोही कुरा बुझेको पनि उसलाई एकदमै व्यर्थको हाँस उठ्दो जस्तो लाग्यो। कटक बहादुरले 14 वर्षकीलाई विवाह गरेर लिएर आए भन्ने सुन्दा मलाई यो सब कल्पना किन हुन थाले? सायद हरिमती र उनीसँग यस्तो केही कुरा भएन होला। उनले हरिमतीसँग प्रथम प्रश्न गरे होलान्, नानी तिम्रो नाम के हो भन त? अब कथाकारले यहाँनिर कल्पना गर्दैछन्, सायद यो सबै कुरा भएन होला। सायद विवाह गरेर ल्याइसकेपछि उनले भने होलान्, नानी तिम्रो नाम के हो भन त? यस्तो मिठो ढङ्गसँग सोधेको देख्दा नयाँ मानिससँग पनि नडराई हरिमतीले उत्तर दिइन्, हरिमती, मेरो नाम हरिमती हो भनेर सायद उनले भनिन् होला। तिमीले कति पढेको छ? कखरा सिद्ध्याई। भर्खर साना पुस्तक बाँच्न थालेको छु। भर्खर त्यो कख पढिसकेर, अ पढिसकेर, वर्णमालाको भर्खर ज्ञान, कखरा भर्खर पढेर चाहिँ त्यसपछि सानो सानो किताब, त्यो वर्णमालाको सानो सानो किताबहरू चाहिँ पढ्न थालेको छु, बाँच्न थालेकी छु भनेको भर्खर पढ्दैछु अथवा पढ्न थालेकी छु। अबदेखि मसँग पढे, जाऊ अब निन्द्रा लाग्यो होला सुत, अब मसँग पढ्नु ल, तिमी भर्खर कखरा सिद्ध्याएर आएकी छौ, सानो सानो किताबहरू पढ्न थालेकी छौ, अबदेखि मसँग पढ्नु, जाऊ अब सुत भनेर कटक बहादुरले हरिमतीलाई भन्छ। हरिमतीलाई सुताई ओढ्ने ओढाई उनी आफ्नो घरको हिसाब मिलाउन लागे होलान्। हरिमतीलाई लगेर ओछ्यानमा सुताइदिन्छन्, ओढ्ने ओढाइदिन्छन् त्यो बालिकालाई, अनि आफ्नो घरको हिसाब किताबहरू मिलाउन उनी थाल्छन्। बिहान भएपछि उसलाई उठाउँछन्, नुहाउन लाउँछन् र खाजा खाएपछि एकछिन पढ्न भन्छन् र बिरिएको भनेको उसले भुल गरेको ठाउँमा आफै सिकाउँछन्। खाइसकेपछि किताबहरू एउटा बास्तामा बाँधी सधैँको जस्तो हरिमती स्कुल जान्छन्, सधैँ जस्तो ऊ स्कुल जान्छे। तर म सोच्छु त्यसो भए कटक बहादुरले किन विवाह गरे? तर म सोच्छु त्यसो भयो भने यदि एउटी सानो केटी ल्याएर घरमा राखेर उसलाई खानापिना खुवाएर, उसलाई ओढ्ने लुगा दिएर, उसलाई निर्धारित समयमा है बेलुकाको ठिक समयमा लगेर ओछ्यानमा लगेर सुताएर है राखेर त्यसरी हुर्काउनु हो भनेदेखि, अथवा उसलाई प्रत्येक दिन पढाएर स्कुल पठाएर प्रत्येक दिन गर्नु र दैनिक उसको जीवनमा कटक बहादुरको जीवनमा ऊ सहारा बनेर खडा हुन सक्दिन भने, अथवा उसको छोराछोरीको देखभाल गर्न सक्दिन भने, त्यो बालिका सानो नानीलाई विवाह गर्नुको तात्पर्य चाहिँ के हो त भनेर कथाकारले सोधेका छन्। किन विवाह गरे? छोरी नभएर छोरीको रहर पुर्याउन? छोरी नभएको कारणले गर्दा छोरीको रहर, दुईजना छोराहरू मात्रै छन्, त्यही कारण छोरी बनाउनको निम्ति अथवा छोरीको रहर पुर्याउनको निम्ति उनले विवाह गरे। त्यसो भए ल्याएकै दिन बढेकी कन्याको विवाह गरिदिनु पर्ने पीर तिनलाई थपियो होला। अब यहाँनिर उनले भनेका छन् कि अन्तमा गएर त्यसो हो भनेदेखि त जुन दिन उनले ल्याए त्यही दिन उनको काँधमा त अर्को जिम्मेवारी थपियो नि त। सायद ऊ बढेपछि, त्यो केटी बढेपछि, त्यो बालिका बढेपछि त उनले सायद कन्यादान गरिदिनुपर्छ, त्यो कन्याको त्यो केटीको त विवाह गरिदिनुपर्छ। ऊ बढेपछि अझै बेसी दायित्व पो थपियो त उनीमाथि, त अझै बेसी नैतिक जिम्मेवारी पो थपियो त। यसो हो भनेदेखि चाहिँ त्यो सानो बालिका 14 वर्षको केटीको विवाह, 14 वर्षको केटीसँग विवाह गर्नुको तात्पर्य चाहिँ के हो भनेर खुब गहनतासित, खुबै सान्दर्भिकतासित यहाँनिर कथाकार विश्वप्रसाद कोइरालाले विवाह शीर्षक कथामा मनको विज्ञानलाई अथवा मान्छेको मनको अवस्थालाई दर्शाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। एउटा विवाह भइसकेको व्यक्ति स्त्री मरेपछि अथवा आफ्नो पत्नी मरिसकेपछि दुईटा छोराको बाबु जो चाहिँ एकदम वयस्क भइसकेको छ, उमेर पनि धेरै माथि गइसकेको छ, उमेर पाकिसकेको मान्छेले 14 वर्षको सानो केटी विवाह गरेर ल्याउँदाखेरि उसले त्यो छोरी बनाउला अथवा उसको पछि गएर कन्यादान गरिदिउँला भनेर विवाह गरेर ल्याएको हो कि आफ्नो पत्नी बनेर राखेर त्यो घरको देखभाल होस्, छोराहरूको देखभाल होस् भनेर ल्याएको, यो चाहिँ बुझ्नै नसकिने कुरा हो भनेर विवाह शीर्षक कथामा कथाकार विश्वप्रसाद कोइरालाले भनेका छन्। यहाँबाट त्यो एउटा सानो केटीको चरित्रलाई अथवा उसको स्वभावलाई, उसको बाल सुलभ गुणलाई उसले मनले विवाह पछाडिको जीवनको कल्पना पनि गर्न नसकेको, अथवा विवाहको दायित्वलाई, विवाहपछिको कर्तव्यलाई, विवाहपछिको उत्तरदायित्वलाई बुझ्नै नसकेकी एउटी केटीको अवस्थालाई, उसको मनको स्थितिलाई, मनस्थितिलाई खुब राम्रो प्रकारले विश्लेषण गर्ने काम, मनन गर्ने काम, अध्ययन गर्ने काम र बुझाउने काम विश्वप्रसाद कोइरालाले यो कथामा गरेका छन् भने कटक बहादुर जस्तो छिप्पिएको, कटक बहादुर जस्तो उमेर गएको व्यक्तिले किन एउटा 14 वर्षको केटीलाई विवाह गर्यो, एउटा सानो बालिकालाई किन विवाह गर्यो, यो पनि त्यो एउटा छिप्पिएको व्यक्तिको मनको अवस्थालाई पनि यहाँनिर यो कथामा दर्शाउने चेष्टा गरेका छन्। र एउटा यौवन मनोविज्ञान माथि खुब गहनतापूर्वक अध्ययन गरेर यो कथा लेखिएको छ। जसरी सिगमन्ड फ्राइडले यौन मनोविज्ञानमाथि अध्ययन गरेका छन्, त्यस्तै प्रकारले मानव मनभित्र रहेका ती कुण्ठाहरू, मानव मनभित्र रहेका ती विचारहरू, अव्यक्त विचारहरू, कतिवटा भन्न नसक्ने कुराहरूलाई पनि दर्शाएर देखाएर हाम्रो स्थितिलाई, हाम्रो समाजको अवस्थालाई, हाम्रो समाजको यथार्थ चित्रण गर्ने काम विश्वप्रसाद कोइरालाले विवाह शीर्षक कथामा गरेका छन् र यसलाई हामी मनोवैज्ञानिक कथाको रूपमा पाउँछौँ। र यहाँबाट पनि विद्यार्थीहरूलाई कथा छोटकरीमा लेख्ने प्रश्न आउनै सक्छ है। त्यो प्रश्नको तयारी गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। कथालाई छोटकरीमा लेख्ने, कथाको मूलभाव मैले बुझाएँ, यो माथि विद्यार्थीहरूले अध्ययन गरेर कथालाई छोटकरीमा लेख्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। अनि कथाबाट कुनै एउटा कथांश अथवा कथाको कुनै एउटा भाग दिएर त्यसमाथि सप्रसङ्ग व्याख्या गर्न दिएको हुन्छ। त्यो व्याख्या गर्ने अभ्यास पनि विद्यार्थीहरूलाई गर्ने म आग्रह गर्दछु। त्यसपछि अवतरण दिएर प्रश्न सोधिएको हुन्छ, तर म सोध्छु त्यसो भए कटक बहादुरले किन विवाह गरे? छोरी नभएर छोरीको रहर पुर्याउन? त्यसो भए ल्याएकै दिन बढेकी कन्याको विवाह गरिदिनु पर्ने पीर तिनलाई थपियो होला। उक्त अवतरण कहाँबाट निकालिएको? यसका कथाकार को हुन्? कथाकार विश्वेश्वर प्रसाद कोइरालाले लेखेका कुनै 5 वटा कृतिको नाम लेख। यस कथाका मूल पात्र कटक बहादुरको चरित्र चित्रण गर। कटक बहादुरले किन सानो केटीसँग विवाह गरे? विवाह गर्नुको रहर के थियो अथवा बाध्यता के थियो? छोरीको रहर पुर्याउन नै साँच्चै उनले विवाह गरेका थिए। यहाँनिर बढेकी कन्याको विवाह गरिदिनु पर्ने पीर तिनलाई थपियो होला भन्नाले के बुझिन्छ? यस्तो प्रकारको प्रश्नहरू, थुप्रै प्रश्नहरू सोधिएको हुन्छ, साङ्केतिक अर्थमा पनि सोधिएको हुन्छ। र यो विद्यार्थीहरूले राम्रो अध्ययन गरेर यो मनोवैज्ञानिक कथालाई राम्रो अध्ययन मनन गरेर प्रश्नहरू तयारी गर्ने म आग्रह गर्छु। र यो समय हामीले आजदेखि जुन कथा सुरु गरेका छौँ र कथा माध्यमबाट है विद्यार्थीहरूलाई धेरै सन्देशहरू, धेरै शिक्षाहरू पनि दिएको छ र विद्यार्थीहरूले राम्रोसँग अध्ययन गरेर मनन गरेर पढेर आगामी 2021 को बोर्ड इक्जामको निम्ति, ISC को निम्ति तयारी राम्रो गरिदिने आग्रह गर्दै अर्को सेसनमा अथवा अर्को क्लासमा फेरि म अर्को कथा लिएर, जयमाया आफू मात्र लिखापानी आइपुगी डाक्टर इन्द्रबहादुर राईको कथा, यो कथामाथि फेरि म विश्लेषण अर्को क्लासमा गर्नेछु। र विद्यार्थीहरूले प्रत्येक दिनको अनलाइन क्लास जुन जुन विषयमा पढाइन्छ राम्रोसँग सुनिदिने, हेरिदिने, त्यहाँबाट कुराहरू बुझेर विद्यार्थीहरूले प्रश्नहरू घरमै तयारी गरेर त्यसको उत्तरहरू पनि तयारी गरेर राम्रो प्रकारले बोर्ड इक्जामको निम्ति तयारी गरिदिने आग्रह गर्दै घरमै बसौँ, सुरक्षित बसौँ र आफ्नो अध्ययनलाई चाहिँ जारी राखौँ भन्ने आग्रह गर्दै आजको सेसनबाट म यहीँ बिदा लिन
Hello children, so we meet again in another episode of Political Science Classes. All right, before we begin today, just a few things. Let's have a recap what we've done in the previous class, all right? So in the previous class, we had discussed about the kinds of constitution, and I just hope that you all could get the basics of the kinds of constitution, all right? I hope you all can very well remember we discussed about 6 kinds of constitution, all right? Written, unwritten, rigid, flexible, enacted, and evolved. And briefly, just to have a look at it, I hope you all can remember written constitutions are those which you find in a well-written form, all right? Well-codified text. And for that, I remember referring to you all about United States of America as well as India, okay? India, longest written constitution in the entire world with 395 articles, 22 parts, and 12 schedules. If you talk about United States of America, 7 articles. All right, and 7 amendments till date. That was written constitution, all right. Number 2, we talked about unwritten constitution, and for that, I gave you the example of United Kingdom, the best example you can ever refer to. Next, we talked about was rigid and flexible. Rigid constitutions are those where, the amendment procedures are difficult, or rather very difficult. And for that, the best example I referred to you was United States of America, okay? And flexible constitutions are those which are easy to amend. And for this, again, I gave you the reference of United Kingdom, all right? Other one, enacted, okay? And I remember telling you enacted constitutions are those which are deliberately constituted or deliberately made after series of discussions and debate. For that, I gave you examples of India and United States of America again. Indian context, I hope you remember, I went on saying the chairperson of the drafting committee of our Indian Constitution was Dr. Bhim Rao Ambedkar. And I hope you all remember, our constitution was enacted way back in 1950, 26th of January 1950, and eventually we achieved the status of republic. Very important day, a red letter day, you all can remember. And in reference to United States of America, please children, I hope you remember Philadelphia Convention way back in 1789. So, enacted constitution, United States, India, two countries, always remember. And lastly, I talked to you about evolved constitution, okay? And when I say evolved constitutions are those, look at the term evolve. That means over a long period of time, which has come out to be a very good set of rules and regulations. It is not something that is deliberately constituted. It is something, good set of rules, regulations, which has been followed over a long period of time and has become very good set of rules and regulations, and that is how the country has been following, and the government and the entire country runs according to it. For that, I made a reference of United Kingdom. Well, I just hope that you all could get that. So with that note, today we shall carry on with the class. All right, children, please have a look here on the board. All right. In reference to this, let's look into this. Is the difference between written and unwritten constitutions real? Something to think about. See there once again. Is the difference between written and unwritten constitutions real? Well, this is important. You all have to know. Well, look here. If I would say written constitutions are those whereby everything is well codified, well written. But you have to remember, even in a written constitution, there are certain things which may not be written, but it is followed in the form of conventions. There are various conventions here in India. Okay? For example, one important convention which you all can always take into account is this. Governors in different states in India are always from another state. For example, as in West Bengal, as we are here today, the governor is always from another state. Governor can be from Sikkim, or it could be from UP or Bihar, but not from West Bengal. Number one. One important convention, despite the fact that we have a written constitution. All right? On the other hand, let's talk about unwritten aspect. Even in unwritten constitution, right, like in UK, where they follow unwritten constitution, they still have, keep a note, they still have many of the things which may be in a written form. For example, in the last class, I remember referring to you all about primarily Magna Carta. So, children, just have a look here once, please. No constitution is totally written or totally unwritten. Okay? So, look at that. Okay, for this, I've given you all a few references. Look here. British Constitution is unwritten, but there are several parts which are in a written form. For example, Magna Carta, Petition of Rights, or the Bill of Rights, as well as Act of Settlement, and so on. All right? So you all can remember here, despite the fact you may have an unwritten constitution, but you will definitely find few things in written form. For example, these. And like in a written constitution, like our country as in India or United States of America, yet again, we have certain things which may not be in a written form and followed through conventions. I'd like to repeat, I'd like to tell you something here. I just use the term conventions, okay? Conventions are basically unwritten maxims of the Constitution. I repeat, unwritten maxims of the Constitution, which basically means good set of rules and regulations which has been followed over a long period of time. Those are conventions. And for that, please see here. In India, I refer to you, governor is always from different state. I've already said that to you. Number two, you see that speaker is always neutral. When I say speaker is always neutral, look at India. Imagine Lok Sabha. Whenever a new government is formed, the speaker can be from any political party, the majority winning party, or it could be from the opposition. But the speaker's role is something important. Once he holds the chair, once he takes over the chair, he has to make sure that his actions should always be neutral. I hope I'm clear with that point. So a speaker is always neutral. That is based upon conventions. Nowhere in Indian Constitution it's written, but yet again, it's a convention, it's a good rule that is followed here in India as convention. Let's talk about United States. Look here. I've written here senatorial courtesy and maximum 2 tenures of the president. Well, you all know it very well. American Constitution is a written constitution. Yet again, these are based upon conventions. Okay? Senatorial courtesy. Well, when I say senatorial courtesy, it may be a new term for you all. Remember, it's a very simple thing. Senate is the upper house of the US Congress. There are two houses, Senate and the House of Representatives. Okay? Senate being the upper house, keep a note, Senate is one of the most powerful houses that we have in the entire world. Now, what is senatorial courtesy? Look here. Whenever a president makes any appointments, okay, whenever a president makes any appointments, say for example, maybe the judges of the Supreme Court, all right, or whenever any, foreign policies are made, whenever any treaties are made with any foreign countries, that point in time, the Senate will have to approve. That means president will always have to seek the permission of the Senate. Only if the Senate approves, only thereafter you can say that the treaty can be made, or you can also say any appointments made by the president can be put into effect. So senatorial courtesy, nowhere it's written as in the Constitution, but again, it is followed as a good convention. Whenever president makes any appointments, whenever any treaties are made, senatorial courtesy is required. That means approval of the Senate is required. I hope you all can get that. Number 2, maximum 2 tenures of the president. So children, maybe while doing the presidential form of government, I have taught about this thing to you all. But keep a note. President, United States of America can be elected only for 2 tenures. 1 tenure is 4 years. So 2 tenures means the same person can be re-elected 4 plus 4, 8 years. Okay, only 2 tenures. Only on a situation or under certain circumstances, you can say 2 extra years may be added. So 4 plus 4 plus 2, that makes it 10 years. But you may keep that aside. Just remember, president in America can be elected only for 2 terms. That means 4 plus 4, that is 8 years. I hope that's all right with you children. So children, no constitution is absolutely written, or no constitution is absolutely unwritten. Please children, it's a simple fact you all have to take into account. All right, now let's look into another point here. Okay, look at this. Is the difference between rigid and flexible constitutions real? Okay, is the difference between rigid and flexible constitutions real? And I've written over here, yes. Remember here, the flexible constitutions are flexible because for one simple reason. Remember, number 1, they take any law, be it constitutional law, that is according to the Constitution, or ordinary law, okay? They take any of these laws in the same footing. That means they can amend it by a simple way, by simple majority. It doesn't require a tedious task going from one ratification stage, or rather, we say it may not have to go through all the various stages, like from proposal stage to the ratification stage, right? So what happens in a flexible constitution is they can amend it by a simple majority, okay, in a very, very easy or flexible manner. I repeat, they take the constitutional law as well as the ordinary law in the same manner. So children, this is what I've written over here. Okay? On the contrary, okay, the rigid constitutions are those which are difficult to amend. I've already referred to you about United States of America, which is very difficult to amend. In these kind of constitutions, what happens is they always take higher status to any of the constitutional law. And it becomes very, very difficult to amend. So, children, see here. So, rigid constitution is legally more superior to ordinary law. Okay? And therefore, rigid constitution is always very, very difficult to amend. So, bottom line is this. Flexible constitutions, very easy to amend. UK. Rigid constitutions are those which are difficult to amend, as we have in United Kingdom. All right? So please always keep this thing in your mind. Okay. But now, look over here. It is wrong to assume that flexible constitution is unwritten and rigid constitutions are written. Something to take into account. Okay? So children, I repeat again, wrong to assume that flexible constitution is unwritten and rigid constitutions are written. Children, flexible constitutions we've said it's easy to amend. Of course, flexible constitutions are easy to amend, but something to look into this. See here, even though flexible constitutions can be written or unwritten, as in UK, okay, unwritten constitution, yet first Reforms Act of 1832 was difficult to pass. Look here. We have learned one thing, as in UK, the constitution is flexible as well as unwritten. That's all right. It is flexible as well as unwritten. But again, this first Reforms Act, as in UK, it was very, 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 very difficult to amend. It had to go through a very long process, and it had to wait at least for 3 elections. You can understand, at least it took 15 years to bring about this first Reforms Act. I hope you all can look at this. Okay? So something to remember, unwritten constitutions are not always very, very flexible. In reference to United Kingdom, you can remember this again. Okay? Another thing, we know one thing, India has a written constitution. India has a written constitution, that's okay. But that does not mean, I repeat, but that does not mean that Indian constitution is absolutely rigid. Because please remember, in India since 1950, right from the inception of our constitution till date, there has been about 104 amendments. So see that since 1950, 104 amendments. That's a big, big number of amendments that we have had as in India. So children, unwritten constitutions need not always be flexible, and written constitutions need not always be rigid. I hope that's all right with you. So now, children, these were certain points which you are expected to know. Now let's proceed further. Okay, merits of rigid constitution. So children, see here, as per your syllabus, you'll have to do merits and demerits, okay, of the rigid and flexible constitution. Well, I have written down over here just the merits and demerits of the rigid constitution, but while doing this, I will be explaining to you all the merits and demerits of the flexible constitution. Before I begin, always keep one thing in your mind. It is just the reverse, okay? The merits of the rigid constitution could be the demerits of the flexible constitution, and the vice versa. So children, let's do this thing right now. The first merit, look at this. I've written over here, it is a source of stability in the administration. I hope all of us would agree. If I would say, when the constitution, when the rules, regulations are firm, when any of the rules and regulations are firm, you can always consider that the administration is always going to be firm. Very important. Okay, number one. Number two, look at this. It cannot become a tool in the hands of the party exercising the power of the state at a particular time. For instance, at present here in India, BJP is governing India. They are ruling over India. That's all right. Now, since we have a written constitution, and you can say it's partly rigid, you can always take into account one thing. The party in power, the government, they cannot misuse power because they will always have to work according to the constitution. They'll always have to work according to the rules and regulations of the country. They can't say my way is highway. It's something to take into account. So very important, please children, party in power cannot misuse. They can't rule by their whims and fancies because they always have to work according to the constitution or the set of rules and regulations of the nation. Important. All right. Next thing you can see, they're very much related to this. It prevents autocratic exercise of powers by the government. Again, directly related to this. They can't misuse power. They can't govern by the whims and fancies. They can't be autocratic because they'll always have to abide by the rules and regulations. Very important. All right. Next thing, it's ideal for federation. I repeat, ideal for federation. Well, if I would say federation, I'm sure by now you all know what is federation. Okay? When I say federation, children, number one, remember here, to say in the most simple manner, federation is where there's a division of powers between the central government and the state government. All right? Where the powers are divided between the center and the state. For example, as in India, or United States of America, or Canada, where we have federation. Now the point is this, we have the central government and the state government. Now, when there's a division of powers between the center and the state, it's so important that the constitution should be rigid, so that one of the governments may not override the other. That means both the sides, be it the center or the state, they'll have to work according to the set of rules and regulations. I hope that's a very simple point. You could get it. So it's ideal for federation. So these are some of the merits of the rigid constitution. Now let me just briefly tell you about some of the facts about flexible constitution. If you talk about flexible constitution, these would be the demerits. Look here. Sichuan, first point. If rigid constitution is ideal for federation, flexible constitutions are not ideal for federation, because anytime it can be changed. How it can be changed? Because the constitution is flexible. It's easy to amend. So central government may amend at its own will, or the state government may amend at its own will. So number one, it is not good for federation. I repeat, flexible constitution is not good for federation, number one. Let's look into number two. See there, we've learned rigid constitution is good, as in a country where it prevents autocratic exercise of powers by the government. Look at this, children. In a flexible constitution, or if the constitution is flexible, people in power, holding the authority, running the country, running the government, they can be autocratic. They can be so autocratic that they can change at their own will. They can rule by their own whims and fancies. They can alter the constitution anytime they want to. So I hope you can understand, as in a flexible constitution, it is not good. Why? Because it may use its autocratic power to change at its own will. I hope you can get that. Let's look into the next point again. Look at this. As in rigid constitution, it's good. Why? Because people in power can't misuse it. All right? But as in a flexible constitution, I repeat again, very much directly related to this point, please remember that people in power can change by their own whims and fancies. So it can be the tool for the people as in power to misuse or to rule by in a very, very negative way. It could be very, very bad. So flexible constitution is not good. All right? So children, I hope you all can just get into this. Okay, one more. We learned one thing in the very first point, rigid constitution is a source of stability of the government or the administration. But on the contrary, if you talk about flexible constitution, it changes time to time. It changes from time to time as per the whims and fancies of the people in power. So what may happen is a very simple point. Please remember, it is going to have a feeble administration. That means it may lead to a weak administration because it can be changed any time. I hope that's all right. I tried to discuss to you all both the negative aspects of the flexible constitution and the positive or the merits of the rigid constitution. Children, I hope that's all right with you. Now let's look into another topic here, that is demerits of rigid constitution and the merits of flexible constitution. Look into this. Very simple, yet important again. Demerits of rigid constitution. Look into the first point here. Fails to keep pace with fast-changing socio-economic environment and needs. Look at this. We all know human beings being dynamic in nature. We're not static. We change with time. All right? So, one of the biggest demerits of the rigid constitution could be this. Since it's rigid in nature, it may not be able to change with the changing times. It may not be able to change with the changing environment. That is, it could be socio, political, cultural, any environment or even economic environment. It may fail to change with the changing times. Something important. You may get this first point. Look at the second point. Because of its inability to change, it hinders process of social and political development. Very simple. Since it is rigid, not want to change, it becomes static, and what may happen is there may not be growth or development or change. It could be political change, social change, economic change. So because of its rigid nature, what will happen over here is it hinders or it stops the development of human process or human development. I hope that's all right. Let's look into the next point here. Very important. Look at this. Source of hindrance during emergencies. So children, whenever we talk about emergencies, you know the term. Any untoward incident take place. All right? That's an emergency. War, threat of war, external aggression. Okay? All right? It could be problems within the country, emergent situation. And that point in time, if the rules and regulations are so rigid, do not want to change, it will be difficult. It will be very, very difficult to change. So one of the demerits could be it is a big problem whenever there is emergency situation. It fails to meet the problems of emergency. So rigid constitution has one of these biggest demerits. It fails. Next point again, you can always say, since it's static, do not want to change, rigid, tough, there's every time the possibility of big revolts and revolutions. Some people may not like it. A very simple fact, when you don't like anything for a very long time, everything has a saturation point. When you reach that point, it may lead to a big revolt. Children, remember this, okay? There are always chances of revolts against the government. Very important point, please get this. Okay, next thing, look at this. Directly related to this first 2 points, look at this. Rigid constitution is a source of conservativeness. It becomes old very soon and fails to keep pace with the changing times. I said already in the very first 2 points, human nature is always evolving and is dynamic in nature. But what happens over here is, since the constitution, whenever the constitution is rigid, it may fail to change with time and it becomes very old and obsolete, okay, and will fail to keep the pace with the changing time. All right? So these are some of the demerits of the rigid constitution. But now look into this. It's just the reverse again. If you talk about these things in a flexible manner, flexible constitutions' merits could be this again. Look here, children. Let's look into the first point. Rigid constitution fails to keep with the changing socio-economic environment and needs. But flexible constitutions, since it is flexible in nature, it will always be changing, it will always be dynamic, it will be moving on with the changing times, so there will not be any problems of this socio-economic political changes or changes in the environment. So what will happen is it will always remain fresh, it will always remain new, and always move on with the changing times. Okay? So it's always going to be good. One of the merits of flexible constitution. Let's look into the next thing. So children, since the flexible constitution is not difficult to amend, it can be changed with the changing times. One of the biggest advantage, it is always good to meet the emergency situations. I've already said rigid constitutions are kind of big problem whenever we face emergent situations. Okay? But on the contrary, the flexible constitutions are always good to meet any changes or to deal with any emergent situation. Okay? I hope you can get that. Next thing again, since it has the ability to change and adapt, something nice and important, there may be lesser chances of revolution. There shall be lesser chances of revolution. So children, I hope you children are okay with the merits and demerits of the rigid constitution, followed by the merits and demerits of flexible constitution. I hope you'll always keep this thing in mind. All right? Well, these are the things, but as far as the examinations are concerned, at least remember 3 points. That's going to be more than enough for you all when it comes to examination. But you're expected to learn these things and know these things, children. Okay, now let's look into the next thing. All right, just a reminder for you all, okay? Merits of rigid constitution would be demerits of the flexible constitution, and of course the vice versa, which I've just talked to you about. Demerits of rigid constitution would be merits of flexible constitution. Whenever you talk about this thing in terms of examinations, please, children, be smart, use the head. It's just the reverse, okay? All right. Well, these are the last things that we're doing today, okay? The amending procedures. As in United Kingdom, okay, United States of America, and of course our very own country, India. Okay, let's begin with the first amending procedures as we have in United Kingdom. Okay, I hope all of you by now you all know it very well. When we talk about UK Constitution, it is unwritten, followed by flexibility of their system. Okay, so United Kingdom or British Constitution is, or rather they have a flexible constitution and unwritten constitution. So having said that, look into amending procedures. I want to start by saying this, see children. UK Constitution can be amended by a simple process. And when you write, you can simply say, UK Constitution can be amended by simple majority of the British Parliament. Okay, I repeat, simple majority of the British Parliament. When I say this, I like to go on further here. They take ordinary law or the constitutional law in the same footing, which I've already talked about. Okay, now, when we look into UK, okay, UK Parliament, it's a bicameral parliament. The upper house is the House of Lords, and the lower house is the House of Commons. Okay, House of Commons is more like our Lok Sabha. Okay, now, to tell you very frankly, as in United Kingdom again, the House of Commons is anytime the most powerful lower house. It's anytime powerful, all right? House of Lords is more of the delaying house. So whenever we talk about passing of any of the, or rather amending procedures of the, any part of, British Constitution, you understand the House of Commons actually can pass by passing it by passing it by simple majority. It does not require any 2/3 or 3/4 of the resolutions, all right? So I repeat once again, British Constitution can be amended by the UK Parliament by passing it in a simple majority or with a simple majority, and primarily it could be the House of Commons, the powerful house. All right, that's the first thing. Children, you can just have a look at this, okay, by simple majority, that is what I've written. All right, but something to look into here. Well, I've tried to highlight this as in, red. Well, you may be saying this. Look here. Despite the fact UK has a flexible constitution, yet again, you have to take this thing into account. People in power, they don't misuse their power for one simple reason. They are politically conscious, they're educated, okay, and they always look forward to make the best rules and regulations for the nation. There's always a big role of the public opinion while making any amendments. That is why in UK, you can say, despite the fact they have a flexible constitution, you can understand it is one of the most well-developed country in the entire world. All right? So this is something which I have already written over here. Please remember this. There's always a system where you can say it's a highly developed democratic system. There's always public opinion. And of course, people are very, very conscious while making or amending the Constitution of UK. All right, children? So please remember. Okay, so once again, let me tell you, how do we amend British Constitution? By simple majority of the British Parliament, primarily the House of Commons, number one. But while they amend, they are conscious about amending procedures. There's always a role of public opinion, and of course, the democratic process, it's highly well-developed democratic process, and that is why, you understand, they try to bring about the best policies, best rules as for the nation. Keep that into your, all right? So, further, children, because of its flexibility, because of its nature of being flexible, remember here, they've always been able to move on with the changing times. That is why UK is one of the most well-developed nations in the entire world. You all know they have rather ruled the major portion of the world. Okay, so very important, children. Flexibility are flexible in nature, and that is the reason they have been able to change with the changing times or the changing environment. That is about UK. Now let's go into another procedure that is of United States of America. All right. Sorry. USA. Okay, I hope you children are okay with UK. As United States now, United States of America, the Constitution is a written Constitution as well as the rigid Constitution. Well, American Constitution is the most rigid Constitution in the entire world. Okay, and as far as amendment procedures are concerned, we find this in Article 5 of the American Constitution. Okay, it lays down the proceedings. All right, it is the most rigid Constitution because the process is lengthy and it's difficult. That is why we can say since 1789 till date there has only been 7 amendments. I repeat, 7 amendments till date. Now what is the procedure? Excuse me. What is the procedure, how it goes? Look over here. It has 2 stages. All right. First stage, we call it to be as a proposal stage. Second stage, we call it to be as a ratification stage. Now, first stage, the proposal stage. All right. Whenever, as in America, if you ever want to amend the American Constitution, please remember, it goes through 2 processes again. First process, we say the resolution has to be passed by 2/3 majority of both the houses of the US Congress. I repeat, 2/3 of both the houses of the US Congress, first stage. Okay? Or it can be a situation whereby 2/3 of the state legislatures may call upon the US Congress to initiate. Okay? So look here. Okay. First thing, 2/3 majority vote by the 2 houses of the US Congress. Okay? And it could be other way, that means 2/3 of the state legislatures may make such requests. That means 2/3 of the state legislatures will have to call upon the US Congress to initiate the process. Okay? And thereafter, it has to go through a second stage. We call it to be as ratification stage or approval stage. When I say ratification or approval stage, please remember, after being passed by the first proposal stage, it has to be approved by 3/4 of the state legislatures or the state governments. All right? So now, I want you all to please have a look over here on the board. All right, please? Okay. Sorry. The proposal stage and the ratification stage. How it goes on, please look here. U.S. Congress. Well, I have a strong feeling that we did this in the last class as well. However, U.S. Congress has 2 houses. It's a bicameral legislature. House of Representatives and the Senate. I have already said Senate is the upper house and House of Representatives the lower house. Okay? So now, in the first stage, both the houses, in the first stage I say, the proposal stage, both the houses will have to pass the resolution by 2/3. That means individually, they'll have to pass the resolution by 2/3. That means they have to say, yeah, it has to be amended. And after this stage, what happens is, if they pass it together by 2/3, it has to be ratified. I write here ratify, or the most simple term, it could be approve or approval. After this, what happens is it has to be ratified or approved by 3/4. I hope this is visible enough. 3/4 of the state legislature. I've written S like, okay, children, there are 50 states in America, and out of 50 states, 3/4 of the state legislatures will have to ratify or approve. So now, in the simple terms, 2/3 of the US Congress. That means Senate and the House of Representatives together, individually, they'll have to pass the resolution by 2/3. And thereafter, it has to be ratified or approved by 3/4 of the state legislatures. I hope you all could get this. So this is what happens as in United States of America. Okay? So US Constitution is very, very rigid. Okay? It's difficult to amend because it has to go through such lengthy procedure. 2/3 of the Senate and the House of Representatives. After that again, it has to be ratified and approved by 3/4 of the state legislature. Children, I hope that's all right with you. But now, there are two things which you all have to take into account. There are two things in America which cannot be changed. Okay? Two constitutional barriers to the amendment of the US Constitution. All right? Something to take into account. Number one, the representation to the Senate. Let me tell you very frankly, in America there are 50 states, and from every state, what happens is 2 members are sent, or 2 members are elected to US Senate, that is the upper house. That means every state, they have representation of 2 members to Senate, keeping aside the size of the state. The state may be big or small, it doesn't matter. Every state will have to send 2 members, okay? And this cannot be amended. All right? That's very important, okay? That's number one. All right, number two, look at this. The boundaries of the state. You talk about the reorganization of the boundaries of the state, okay? You want to change the boundaries of the state. You want to make it big or small. You want to change the boundaries. You want to name you want to create a new state, for instance, out of one. In this situation, please remember, the power lies with the state government, and this also cannot be amended. All right? The powers for the reorganization of the boundaries of the state is with the state government, and this cannot be amended. Okay? In terms of India, please remember, as far as the reorganization of the boundaries of the state is concerned, you want to create a new state, for instance. This power lies with the central government. But in America, the power lies with the state government. So, children, please remember these two things. The representation to the Senate, number one, and of course, number two, changing the boundaries of the state, reorganizing the state. The power lies with the state government. And these things cannot be amended. I hope you'll always keep this thing into account. That is United States of America. Now let's talk about India, our own country. Okay. Let's come to India. All right. See, I'm sure many of you know about the amending procedures as in India. However, at least I'd like to tell you all today about the amending procedures in India. All right? If you talk about Indian context, remember we always say Indian constitution is partly rigid, partly flexible. And as I said to you all earlier, India has 22 parts of our Indian constitution. So part 20, okay, I repeat, part 20 deals with the amendment procedures of Indian Constitution, and it is primarily Article 368 that deals with the amendment procedures of Indian Constitution. Having said that, remember here, if you have to classify the rigidity and the flexibility of amendment of Indian Constitution, remember here, we go by 3 ways. First, you can say, if the 2 houses of the Union Parliament, I repeat, if the 2 houses of the Union Parliament, that is, the Lok Sabha, the lower house, and the Rajya Sabha, upper house, if these 2 houses passes the resolution by 2/3, okay, then that particular part of the constitution can be amended, number one. Number two, okay, if the 2 houses, that is again Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, passes the resolution by a simple majority, number 2. I repeat, by simple majority. And number 3, that is the rigid way. If both the houses, that is, of the Union Parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, passes the resolution by 2/3, okay, of the members present and voting, followed by ratification of the state legislature, that is, half of the state legislatures, then you can amend the constitution. So basically, when we look into these things, there are 3 ways of amending procedures. First, 2/3 of the Union Parliament, one way. Number two, if the Union Parliament passes the resolution by simple majority. And number three, rigid way, I repeat again, 2/3 of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha individually together by the members present and voting, that is the proposal state. And second, that is ratification stage by half of the state legislature. So there are three basic ways of amending Indian procedures. So let's look into these things now. Okay, number one, I've already said to you all, amendment by 2/3 majority in both the houses of the parliament. You should be knowing, all right, if the two houses passes the resolution by the majority of 2/3. But whenever it is done, it's so important. After one house passes, it goes to another. If other house also passes, it has to be signed, or the action has to be given by the president. Only then that particular portion of the constitution can be amended. And please look over here. I've written over here, you're expected to see this. All parts of the constitution except for the special provisions mentioned in very article can be amended by this method. That means any part of the constitution except for certain provisions of certain articles can be amended by this method. 2/3 of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. First way. Let's look into second way. Okay, a difficult way, all right? 2/3 majority of both the houses of the parliament and ratification by at least half of the state legislatures. I've tried to explain to you all, but I expect you all once to see here on the board, please. It's quite similar to United States of America, but there's a little difference as far as the ratification is concerned. Please look here. Union Parliament, again, is a bicameral legislature, all right? So it is the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. I'm sure all of you know it. Lok Sabha, the lower house, Rajya Sabha, upper house, okay? Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. First stage, the proposal stage, remember, as we have talked about in American context, okay? Please remember, both the houses has to pass the resolution by 2/3, very similar to that of American kind. Both the houses will have to pass the resolution by 2/3 of the members present and voting, 2/3 of the members of both the houses. And thereafter, it has to be ratified again or approved again. It has to be ratified or approved by at least half of the state legislature. All right? So, children, whenever you write in examination, it's plain and simple. Just make sure that you are clear about this. In American context, 2/3 of the US Congress, by thereafter ratified by 3/4 of the state legislatures. Whereas India, 2/3 of the Union Parliament, followed by or ratified by half of the state legislatures. And for this, I want to refer to a few examples. Children, please look here on the board. This is a rigid way, very difficult. For example, election of the president. I hope all of us know how the president of India is elected. Okay? You all should be knowing we have this body, electoral college, okay, that makes an election of the president, and you all know it very well, president is elected in an indirect manner as in India. Okay, election of the president. Executive power of the union, that means of the central government. Okay? Or you talk about the powers of the states. Or provisions regarding the Supreme Court and the High Courts. Now see here, children, these are difficult to amend. You talk about the powers of the president. You talk about the election of the president. You talk about the executive powers of the central government, the state government, or even in terms of the Supreme Court and the High Court. The functioning, the organization, how it works. These are difficult to amend, or it's very, very rigid. So I hope you will at least remember a few of these examples and the procedure of amendment of Indian Constitution. Now let's look into the other one. Okay, I said Third one was by simple majority. See here, simple majority. Okay? And in this again, I would like to say, if the two houses, that means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they can amend by simple majority, but it requires the assent of the president. After it is passed, it has to be signed by the president. Only thereafter it will come into effect. So now, for this, I'd like to give you a few examples, children. Okay? Reorganization of the states. I remember telling you, in terms of American context, in America, if you talk about reorganization of the states, the power lies with the state government. But here in India, it is with the central government. Okay? Now see here, reorganization of states, boundaries, names, etc. Now, to tell you something about this, I'll just refer to one example. Okay. You all know it very well, Telangana, as a new state, or the youngest state, it's made, or rather it's carved out of Andhra Pradesh. To tell you very frankly, I'm sure you are aware of it, Andhra Pradesh government was not willing to part away with the state of Telangana. There was a lot of hue and cry over it. Lots and lots of dharnas went on, strikes were on, people were killed, some people tried to immolate themselves, But however, despite the fact the state government was not willing to part away, you should be aware of the fact the central government, all right, that means Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, they passed the resolution, and eventually they made it a point to form a new state of Telangana. All right, that's very important fact. So now when we talk about reorganization of states, if you want to change the name of the state, all right, so it can be done by simple majority. I hope that's all right with you. Delimitation of constituencies. I hope all of us know what is constituency. If I have to simply describe what is constituency, it's basically an area which is divided or demarcated for an election to be held. Okay? If you talk about Lok Sabha elections, I hope you all know, in India, for the Lok Sabha elections, there are various constituencies which are created. 545 seats to be elected, for instance. Two are nominated belonging to Anglo-Indian community. So there remains 543 constituencies, or 543 seats. So India is fragmented or divided into 543 constituencies, where from every constituency, one person is elected. Because in Indian elections, remember, it is based upon single-member constituency. So now, delimitation of constituency basically means creation of constituencies. How many constituencies are to be created? It can be amended by simple majority. I hope I could get that to you. All right, very simple again. Fixing the salaries and allowances of the members of the parliament. Look at this. What should be the salaries of the members of the parliament? I'm not going to quote. However, remember here how much salaries, what kind of allowances, how much of allowances that the member should receive or should get. This can be amended again by simple majority. And of course, one more, please remember, issues regarding the use of official languages. Okay, I hope all of us know one thing for sure, Hindi Rashtra Bhasha. Okay, it is used as an official language, but along with Hindi, you all are aware of the fact we use this lingua franca that has become today, English, as an official language. Or in different states, for example, you come to Bengal, okay, Bangla or Bengali is the official language which you can use, or English that we use as an official language, and these things can be amended by what kind of majority? Simple majority. So now, coming to a nutshell, remember here, if we talk about amending procedures in India, we go by three ways. First one, 2/3 of both the houses of the Union Parliament. They can do it. Number 2, by simple majority. Number 3, again, by the procedure, which is a rigid procedure where we say 2/3 of the Union Parliament, thereafter ratified by 3/4 of the state legislature. I hope you will always remember this. It is important. Please know it. Well, I think we come to the end of this session, all right? And in the next class, okay, I'd like to talk to you about the conventions. Again, a very, very simple topic. What are conventions? That is what we shall be doing. Well, as of now, thank you very much. Take care, stay safe,